Taylor women's basketball head coach Jody Martinez before their Crossroads League Tournament Semifinal matchup with Huntington. We do not have our celebrity question. We do not have our catching up with Taylor women's basketball head coach Jody Martinez before their Crossroads League Tournament Semifinal matchup with Huntington. We do not have our celebrity question asker Jocelyn Martinez from earlier in the week, so I'm sorry you're going to have to deal with just my questions the whole time today. Is that okay?
Sounds good. You're pretty good at this.
Well, I took a lot of notes from what Jocelyn was asking you, and some of these questions might be from her. They might not be.
Okay.
But you've been here. We've all been here, obviously, since this is where we work. That's my one dumb question and dumb statement for this one part. But if anyone has been living under a rock, they've seen Taylor University all over ESPN, and this campus has been a buzz since your game Tuesday night when Becca Books hit that late three to to put you guys ahead and win the game against Mount Vernon Nazarene. And then Mason Degenkolb takes all of the glory away from Becca 24 hours later and hits that 75-footer at Grace. Jody, you're one of the few people on campus and that had the opportunity to watch both of those shots live and in person. What was that 24-hour stretch for you, the head coach of Becca, and then getting to go up to Grace with some of your players and cheer on the guys and just be a fan?
Yeah, I mean, first, Becca's just confidence, and the play was originally for her to get the ball in the hands, and then we had to read the defense, and I had her sister to slip for the layup because we're only down one. But Becca's three-point shooting is better than her two-point shooting. Nothing against that, but it's just a fact. The girl just didn't guard her, and so Becca, it's like a free throw for her, and she drains it. And so, not playing our best basketball to end the game on a shot that everyone remembers, it's pretty remarkable for her. And then the next night, my two assistants, Natalie and Cassidy, along with four of the players, we took a road trip to Grace to support our men's team and to witness the last 7 seconds was probably one of the most remarkable things live in college basketball that I've seen, for Grace to bank a volleyball court shot and then to see them celebrate and the crowd go crazy, and then just a second later get deflated by Mason's shot and you see our side go crazy. So you have Grace, who went from a high to a low, and then us from a low to a high. That's just remarkable feelings, and you just feel for the coaching staff here at Taylor, the men's side, and the players, all their hard work, and for that shot to keep them moving is just remarkable.
There are a couple interesting little images from both of those games that stand out to me. One is the photo that Ethan McGarvey used for the story for your guys' game on Tuesday night, where Becca hits the three. It's after a couple moments after the ball goes in. Her hand is still holding up in the air on the follow-through, but then you see Luke Huffer and Keegan Owen and C.J. Pena, and you see Jeff Clayton, and you see other athletes that are behind her, and they are just losing their minds behind Becca in that photo. And then fast forward to Wednesday night, everyone knows Mason runs into the stands, but if you look close enough, Becca is in one of those rows, and she's leaning into the aisle, clapping at him as he's running up the steps. It's got to be pretty cool as a head coach, and obviously as a fan of our men's team as well, just to see that and to see that that cross sport support from different athletes and everything else. That's got to make you be pretty prideful being a head coach here at Taylor, right?
Yeah, both situations, to see athletic teams supporting each other. The women's soccer team was also at the great. I mean, some players from the soccer team were there cheering them on, and like you said, when Mason ran up to hug his dad, what a great moment to be right there, and you see my players, clapping and cheering them on, and when Becca hit her shot, to see all the athletes in that photo, and everyone saying, to see my niece in there who plays softball, and of course the men's team right there, and that's why Taylor's unique and special, and it's a great culture here, and everyone supports one another. And I think, the women and men's basketball players, we get along so great because we know what the grind is like. And, you start training early September, and here we are March 1st on Sunday, and it's just, it wears you out. But, you try to encourage one another to fight through it and finish strong.
Finishing strong was something that your team struggled with a little bit there on Tuesday. After building a sizable lead in the opening quarter, it was back and forth with Mount Vernon Nazarene the whole way. They had some players hit some really big shots for them. What have you tried to work on that maybe wasn't just up to par from what you normally do? What happened on Tuesday?
Yeah, we gave them chances because we missed our free throws, and that's unusual for us. And we focused on shooting the free throws yesterday, and on Monday and Tuesday. Or wait, what is? I don't even know where I'm at here today. Wednesday, Thursday. everything's running together. But we focused on the little things, and our biggest thing tonight is to take care of the basketball. Last time we played Huntington, we had 24 turnovers, and it led to 32 of their points, and that's a lot of points to give up on turnovers. And so we focused on ball control, things we're going to do on offense, and things we're going to do on defense. But we just got to be able to, when you get a double-digit lead like we did against Mount Vernon, you got to keep adding to it. And two areas that's important is layups and free throws, and we didn't do that on Tuesday.
It's an interesting thing that you mentioned not building on a double-figure lead, because that's exactly what St. Francis did not do on Wednesday. They got up by 18 in that third quarter, and then they get outscored 21-3 in the fourth quarter. Their only bucket does not come until 2 minutes left in the fourth for St. Francis, and by that time, Huntington had all the momentum on their side. Sarah Fryman led them to that victory, scoring 29 points, 25 in the second half. She had a really high-scoring game against you guys in that double overtime win a couple of weeks ago. How do you try to slow down Fryman?
I don't know if you can slow down Fryman. We got to just make every shot tough for her. And watching the film, she hit some tough ones against us last week, and then she hit some tough ones at St. Francis in the tournament round on Tuesday. She shoots over 20 sometimes a game. In that fourth quarter, it was just her and a Hamill show, just the two players shooting the ball, scoring for them. The key was St. Francis didn't take care of the basketball. And it was the same thing. The press got to them, and then Huntington scored off the turnovers. And then all of a sudden you can see St. Francis just so tight. Coach got a technical. So they're shooting free throws, and then they get the ball back, our possession, and then it was a 4-point swing right there, bam. And Huntington just kept chopping away. When they got down 18, I can't think it was like 3 or 4 minutes left in the third, and they just cut it to 13 by the fourth, and then just every possession mattered, and Huntington made the most of it.
It's got to be pretty beneficial, obviously, to play the first-round game at home. It's got to be even more special to be able to play the semifinal game at home. Like I mentioned to start the interview, there's been some buzz on campus ever since Becca's three went through the hoop late Tuesday night. It's only been amplified after what happened on Wednesday at Grace of the men's team. Is there a buzz? Can you feel that both around your players and then with people you're talking to on campus?
Well, yeah. Just everyone talks about both shots. And, of course, Mason's – just the whole sequence of Mason's shot. Because Grace had just hit the three to tie it with an off-balance lean or bank shot, and then a three-quarter court to win. Ours was just a play, sideline play, Becca's favorite spot, left corner, bang. We're kind of boring now. It's just the energy is the biggest thing right now. We had so much energy at practice yesterday. It was so much fun to coach and watch the kids get after it and just be ready to play today. And they want to go, back to the championship game. That'll be 3 years in a row for this program. For these seniors to be able to do that, and it's a remarkable feat.
Well, maybe Becca can just take like 2 steps across midcourt and just chuck one up in the first quarter. Maybe that might bring some juice to the joint, right?
Yeah, or anyone really. Meredith has been working on her half-court shots lately in practice. I don't know why, but maybe it's a foreshadowing. It's something to come pretty soon. But they're chucking it right now and just trying to mimic. Of course, they can't throw it that far because they're not strong enough. But I think half-court's about our distance.
Jody, thanks for the time. Good luck tonight against Huntington.
All right, thanks. I'll see you afterwards.
And now for tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors from Huntington. As senior forward number 5, Aaron Moore. As junior guard number 10, Jade Clement. As senior forward number 12, Sarah Strongman. As junior guard number 20, Sam Green. And the junior center number 55, Alexander Bell. The forwards are coached by Larry Taylor, Billy Green, Sam Taylor, and Haley Greenwald. And now, fans, get on your feet for the starting lineup for your Taylor Trojans. As senior forward from the Bronx, Indiana, number 12, Haley Stratford. As senior guard from South Elgin, Illinois, number 20, Jamie Metcalfe. As senior guard from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 24, Sydney Huffman. As senior guard from Angola, Indiana, number 40, Adam Brooks. As senior guard from Angola, Indiana, number 44, Bethany Brooks. The Trojans are coached by Jody Martinez, assistants of Natalie Lee.
So Taylor with their normal starting 5. Their 5 seniors, Haley Stratman, Jamie Netzley, Sydney Huffman, Abby Books, and Becca Books. Becca Books is the Trojans' leading scorer at 17 points tonight. Abby is second at just a tick below 16. Becca also leads them in rebounding with just over 7 rebounds per game. Sydney Huffman, their top assister, at just over 4 assists per game. Sarah Fryman, the leading scorer for Huntington. She's the second leading scorer in the country at just over 23 points per game. Sam Hamill averages 11 points per game. They're, ironically enough, the only 2 Huntington players that average over 20 minutes per game. The other starting 5, Aaron Moore, Jade Clement, and Alexandria Bope. Bope and B-Books will jump the balls in the air to the near side of the floor. Huffman and Netzley were there, and it'll be chased down in the near side corner by Hamill after Clement, or make that Moore, poked it to the near side corner. Huntington with the first possession. They go from right to left in black with green numbers, green letters, and the white trim. Bope, a catch and shoot long 2 from Hamill, or Fryman is off target right, and then Netzley gets poked in the right eye, and then B-Books can't bring the ball out before it bounces out of play. Taylor head coach Jody Martinez in his 3rd season, his 20th season as a college head coach, gets up and asks why there wasn't a foul against Netzley, who was poked in the right eye. She walks over to the far sideline, trying to gather herself. Huntington led by the legendary 34th year head coach Lori Culler. She's the winningest active head coach in NAIA D2, and she's also the Huntington University athletics director. Shot clock resets to 30 as Huntington shoots in the basket to our left, no score opening possession. High pass far side to Moore, Clement to Bope, then far sideline to Moore with a left-hand drive. She'll bounce in mid-post right to Bope, turns and flings it near side to Jade Clement. Still plenty of time to work as Fryman will drive from straight away. Screen and roll Bope at the league logo. Down low to Hamill, who snuck away from 2 defenders. And Taylor head coach not happy across from us as Sam Hamill scores our first 2 points of the game. Taylor goes from left to right. They're in white with gold numbers and purple letters in the purple trim. 2-0 Huntington lead, first possession of the opening quarter here for Taylor. Driving is Huffman, floating far side to Abby Books. Holds on the far side hash mark, right-hand drive. Drew 2 defenders, but cannot get it back to B. Books. Stratman with 10 to shoot, straight away to Huffman, around the right side. Stratman, screen stops, right elbow extended, far side fling to Netzley. Driving with 4, almost lost it up top. Huffman with 2 to shoot, and Huffman rattles in a 3. So both teams come up with points on their opening possession, and now Taylor will dial up the full court press. Huntington able to break it as Taylor slides back into the zone D. Fryman from the right edge, a long 2, misses it off the back of the rim. She started 0 of 2 from the floor. Rebounded by Abby Books, who was good in that category Tuesday against Mount Vernon Nazarene. Second possession for Taylor. They have a 1-point lead, 90 seconds in to this semifinal matchup. B. Books with a double team. She'll find Netzley, far side Huffman, fakes the 3, but as she head faked, she got called for a travel in front of the Huntington bench. As you heard in our pregame conversation with Taylor head coach Jody Martinez, the last time these teams met with Taylor winning in double overtime at Huntington just a few weeks ago, Taylor turned it over 20 times and Huntington turned that into 32 points. And Netzley will exit. Madison Fisher comes in to get her much earlier than normally the rotation happens. But remember, on that first shot of the game, Netzley got poked in the right eye. She'll head to the end of the bench and talk things over with athletic trainer Patience Ramsey. A 1 of 3 start from the floor here for Huntington as Bope holds on the left elbow extended.
Outside the arc to Moore. Stratman switches on the Bope screen. 2 minutes into the opening quarter, Taylor up 3-2. Fryman drives, floats near side to Hamill. A right-hand drive, she'll float it far side. Fisher almost papped it away. Moore on the baseline right, missed it, and it came right back to Fisher, who gobbles up her first rebound of the night. Fisher runs the show, low pass, and it'll be tapped out of bounds off the hand of Huffman. And a bad job there by the Trojans. Fisher passed it up here, and Taylor head coach Jody Martinez hollering across the way, wanting Fisher to drive instead of trying to pass it underneath the defender's arm as Huffman was ahead of her. So Taylor's turned it over twice here in the early going, but they still hold a 3-2 lead thanks to the Huffman 3-ball on their opening possession. Fryman trying to shake away from Abby Brooks, goes back to her left hand, jumps into traffic. Fisher ties her up, and then she won't let her go, and the held ball will send it back to Taylor. Fisher did that a couple of different times after Netzley fouled out at Huntington a couple of weeks ago, but to Fryman in particular. And a nice job there by Fisher to use those long arms, and Taylor gets the ball off the alternating possession. 2.5 minutes into quarter one, Taylor's only taken one shot, they've made it. The problem is they've turned it over on their other two possessions. But they still lead 3-2 as Huntington just 1 of 4 from the floor. They collapse hard out on B. Books, who drives from 30 feet, and Aaron Moore gets called for the reach-in. First one on Moore, first one against either team this evening. Taylor won both games, so they were both hotly contested. The game here in early January, Taylor had a big first half lead and then was able to play even the rest of the way, and that big first quarter helped him out. And it was a knockdown, drag-out fight that lasted 2 overtimes at Huntington a few weeks ago. Huffman with the only points so far. Right edge Stratman, whose three-point shooting has improved last couple of weeks. A pass to A. Books near side with Bope. Hand off to Huffman with 5. She's got to go. Drives, pulls up from 15 feet. That one off the right side of the rim. Stratman came knifing in, loose on the baseline, and then Stratman gets big and mean and rips a rebound away amongst traffic. Huffman from 25 feet, short off the rim. Here's Fisher finding a long rebound, and Taylor will regain possession. A 3-2 Taylor advantage as they look a little discombobulated here on the offensive end. A-Books driving, Clement gets away with the bump. A-Books trying to take advantage of the shorter defender, knifing her way in, falls down, and a foul will be called as A-Books was sent sprawling to the floor. The fans in green disagree across from us. Foul on Jade Clement. It looked like she got away with the bump early on the Abby Books drive, and then she gets called for the foul down low. Taylor 1 of 3 from the floor, Huntington 1 of 4, so neither team has shot the ball particularly well to start. They both scored on their opening possession. They've been quiet since. B-Books snakes and slithers through 3 defenders. Her low bounce pass was intercepted by Hamill, one of the top stealers in the country. Hamill trying to go end-to-end. Fisher poked her from behind, and that'll send Hamill to the line twice on the first foul against the home team this evening. Hamill, the 20th most steals in the country this year. Averages 2.5, or just below 3 per game, 76 on the year. They'll actually call the foul on Huffman. And Hamill, a more than capable free throw shooter, gets the first one to go here. She ties the game at 3. I should say for Hamill's career, she's been a more than capable free throw shooter, but this year she struggled, shooting just 68%. She was 9 for 11 Tuesday at St. Francis, and she's got all 4 of Huntington's points. It's Huntington 4, Taylor 3, but it's really Sam Hamill 4 and Taylor Sydney Huffman 3, with 6:23 and counting here in quarter one of this semifinal matchup. The winner moves to the championship game on Monday. Taylor trying to get there for the 3rd season in a row. Huntington trying to extend their season. They need to almost win this tournament out to make it to the national tournament. 10 to shoot, Huffman bangs, and Clement gets called for her second foul as she got caught on her heels. 3rd one against Huntington here in the opening quarter. That could spell doom if Taylor can get to the bonus. They're the best free throw shooting team in NAIA D2 and the 2nd best free throw shooting team in the entire country at the NAIA level, coming in at 79%. Deja Drake, who hit some big threes when these teams locked horns a couple of weeks ago, checks in. Clement goes to the bench with the 2 fouls. Fans continue to file in here to Odell Arena. Fisher fires one up top off the fingertips of B. Books, but Becca able to gather it back in. 4 minutes gone, opening quarter. 4-3 the Huntington lead as neither team has made more than 1 field goal tonight. Huffman back to the rolling Stratman, bangs with Bope, and Stratman will get the bounce off the high glass on a hook. It was a low pass, but a nice arcing shot by Stratman on the screen and roll. And Taylor goes back in front by 1, 5-4, as we inch closer to the halfway point of quarter one. Drake, the freshman, to the near side of the floor inside the arc, bounces back outside the arc, and now it'll find the hands of Moore. She picks up the bounce to Hamill, A left-hand drive now to the right, trying to spin away. Fisher comes to collapse, out to Fryman, far side. Left side Hamill screen. Fryman almost slips. She loses the ball. It's loose on the floor. A-Books tried to get it, then Huffman will snatch it away off the parquet floor. Pass behind A-Books. She rips it away, but then she loses it, and now Hamill steals it in that's a 2-on-1 with Deja Drake. She looks over her shoulder, waits for reinforcements. A-Books taps it, and Fryman gets it on the baseline right. She'll step through, throw up an air ball, and Abby Books goes up high, and then Bope fouls her, trying to get the rebound. First on Bope, but the fourth one against Huntington with 5:11 remaining in quarter number 1. Meredith Deckard in for the Trojans to replace Huffman. And Sydney Integron will come in for HU, and she replaces Bope. Integron, 5'10 senior from Geneva, Indiana. Bope, the 6'1 junior center, will get a breather. 5:11 to go here in the opening quarter. 5-4 the Taylor lead. They've made 2 of their 4 field goals. Huntington just 1 of 5. They have yet to try a 3-point shot. Taylor 1 of 2 from distance. The Huntington cheerleaders across from us making some noise. Decker picks up the bounce up top as now Drake collapses. A low pass, too far for B-Books to get to, and that's turnover number 5 of the opening quarter, and this is starting to look eerily similar to Taylor's issues holding on to the ball when these teams were in Huntington a few weeks ago. The difference was that night, Huntington had a 19-5 lead at the end of the opening quarter. Taylor still leads here, but there's still plenty of time left in the opening stanza. Hamill hands off to Fryman, accelerates, angles in. Her bank shot too strong. Fisher tried to tap it out as now Fryman 0 of 4 from the floor. Spin, fade away, Hamill, good for another deuce. And she's got all 6 of Huntington's first quarter points, and she has outscored Taylor by herself. It's a 6-5 Huntington advantage. Neither team is led by more than 2. That was Huntington's biggest advantage on their opening possession. Deckard to run the point. Drake will guard her near side. Stratman thought about a 3 as Integron will shuffle and defend. Mid-post right, B-Books angles, bangs, floats, scores. First bucket for the top scorer, Becca Books, and Taylor inches back in front, 7-6. Light pressure in the backcourt. Low pass from Fryman, able to find the hands of Deja Drake. Taylor head coach Jody Martinez not happy as Erin Moore fires and hits on a straight line jump shot from just inside the free throw line. And now the offenses start to pick back up. After both teams struggle to find their second field goal, they've scored bunches and bunches, and now Deckard throws a dime, threadling it to the cutting Madison Fisher. 9-8 the Taylor lead. 3:43 to go, and then Fisher almost steals it near side. Drake able to snatch it away. Then she almost fumbled away a behind the back pass. That cuts off the cutting Fryman, and now it'll be Integron to run the show. Moore will heave up a 3 left side, and she hits it. Just 24% from beyond the arc this year is Erin Moore. The first 3-point shot goes for Huntington, and they take a 2-point lead, 11-9. Deckard, the best 3-point shooter in the country, couldn't let one go and also couldn't fire it on the screening on the rolling B-Books. Abby Books floats it into B, up around Drake, and she was fouled, and that's the 5th first quarter foul on Huntington, and the first one against Deja Drake. Here comes Kayla Kirtley, who sat out the last couple of games for TU. She replaces Haley Stratman. 2 free throws for B-Books. We want to say a special welcome to Natalie Young's nieces, Melody, Tessa, and Ava, watching tonight at home with their mother. And B-Books will miss the first free throw here. She had made 29 straight free throws, or 29 straight free throws before missing one last week. On Tuesday night, she misses her first one here, then calmly sinks the second. She could have tied the game at 11. Instead, the game will be still a 1-point Huntington lead. Fisher almost got it away from Hamill as Lori Culler screams to her mates out on the floor, and Fisher almost poked one away, and just able to snatch it away is Erin Moore. Huffman jogs back to the scorer's table for Taylor. We have not seen the return of Jamie Netzlin after she got poked in the eye early on in this contest, less than a minute in. Hamill thought about a step-back elbow jump shot. Fryman, right edge. They go Integron baseline right, rising over Kirtley, and Integron rattles in a 2. 13-point lead, or 3-point lead for Huntington, their biggest of the game, as Integron comes in averaging just 3 points per game. She had just her second 3 of the season on her senior night, with these teams played 2 weeks ago. 2:33 to go, quarter number 1. Deckard from straight away. B-Books being hounded in the paint. Was barefoot as she was cutting in against Moore. A-Books stops and starts on Fryman, explodes down the lane over Hamill. The right-hand shot was too strong, and Fryman's there for the miss. 2:20 to go in quarter number 1. Taylor 4 of 7 from the floor. Huntington is 5 of 9. Moore drives, handoff from Fryman, yet to go in, and then Fisher picked her pocket, but then they call a reach-in foul from the referee that was standing on the baseline. That's Jeff Meeks. Didn't have the best angle, but Fisher gets called for her first personal. Huffman comes in to get Madison. A nice ovation for Madison Fisher. 2:10 to go in quarter number one. Huntington 5 of 10 from the floor, Taylor 4 of 6. And the Forcers have the ball, baseline left inbounds, almost too far for Hamill to get. She spins in, nice head fake up and under, and Hamill has 8 of the first 15 points for Huntington here in the opening stanza, and they lead by 5 with exactly 2 minutes to go in quarter one of this semifinal matchup. Taylor from left to right in white, Huntington in the man-to-man defense in black. Sarah Doy ready to come in for Huntington as Deckard brings it to the near side arc. Huffman looking, they want to go down to A-Books with Fryman fronting her. Deckard stops and pops a 3-ball off the right side of the rim as Deckard trying to get going from deep. Intergrown has it, Hamill almost lost it, but she throws that long right arm out there and hauls it in on the fingertips. Moore 1-3 tonight, will not be able to get 2 as is crashing in is Kayla Kirtley as Moore misses from the right edge. 1:28 to go in the opening stanza, Taylor with the ball down 5. Their biggest deficit here tonight. A-Books high left side, Fryman defends her in the man-to-man. Abby dribbles once and flings it near side. A bad pass. Deckard can't get it away as Hamill knifes it away. She'll route race everybody. Her right-hand layup gives her 10 opening quarter points. She's matched Taylor's output by herself as Hamill is yet to miss a shot from the floor. She's 4 of 4, and it's 17-10 Huntington as Taylor has struggled to find their offensive rhythm and get a stop on the defensive end. Kirtley, a right-hand drive, now hands off to Deckard, the top three-point shooter in the country no matter the level. As Intergrown defends her, we'll see if Deckard can use her speed. 50 to go in the opening quarter. Deckard left side, can't get the screen and roll with B-Books. 7 to shoot. Taylor's got to do something quick with 5. Huffman, left hand rip down the left sideline, spins, knifes her way through, misses a shot. It's an air ball. B-Books gets it, tried to go up, and it'll be a shot clock violation, and that's Taylor's 6th turnover of the opening quarter. Sarah Doy enters for Huntington, replacing who? It'll be Erin Moore, who was 1 point off of her season average of 6 points here in the opening quarter. Fryman, the second leading scorer in the country, is 0 of 4 from the floor, but Sam Hamill, their second leading scorer, has done more than pick up the slack. 10 points, has yet to miss a shot, 1 off of her season average of 11. Shot clock and game clock, about 7 seconds separate, and so Taylor should get the ball back with minimal time, trailing by 7 here in the opening stanza. Hamill will dribble as much time as she can now. The shot clock hits 10. Pass to Drake, left edge, handoff Fryman, 18-foot jump shot left side. That hit the high glass and nothing else. Huffman gets it. She's hit from behind by Hamill as she was running to where Huffman had moved from and then moved back into on a pivot. Taylor already in the double bonus, and so Huffman will make the long walk to the other end of the floor for 2 free throws. First quarter clock stops with 10 seconds remaining in quarter one. Huffman to the line for 2. Taylor shot well below their season average on Tuesday. Shot in the 60s, had some uncharacteristic misses from the line. First free throw for Huffman tonight, long off the back rim, and the free throw struggles continue. B-Books, almost a 90% free throw shooter, went 1 for 2 on her first trip. She missed the first and made the second. Huffman will do the same here. She missed the first, made the second, and Taylor to within 6, and now Huntington will have an opportunity for the final shot, and then Huffman gets called for a bump in the backcourt. That's Sydney's second. We look down onto the Taylor bench. We have not seen Jamie Netzley come back out of the locker room yet as Sydney Huffman exits and Madison Fisher comes back in to get her. No Netzley is a problem for the Trojans. She's one of their best, if not the best on-ball defender. As now Fisher tries to run away, or Hamill tries to run away from Fisher in the backcourt. Low dribble, 4, whips it off to Fryman on the right elbow. Trailing is Drake with 2 with 1. A step back, high arcing 3 is no good. Hamill had a good look at it, but it was too long even though it was straight on. But a great first quarter ends for Huntington. They're 7 of 15 from the floor. Taylor just 4 of 9, and the Foresters lead Taylor by 6, 17-11, here in this Crossroads League Tournament Semifinal on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Huntington 7 of 15 from the floor in quarter number 1. Taylor just 4 of 9, but the Trojans turned it over 7 times, and that led to some easy buckets for Huntington. Screen and roll Hamill, and she's got 12 first half points as she scores to open the second quarter. Hamill a perfect 5 of 5 from the floor to go with her perfect 2 free throws, and Taylor trails by 8, 19 to 11. Fisher starts this second quarter along with Deckard, the Books twins, and Haley Stratman. Fake to 3 as Integron defends. Will set the Huntington lineup when they get the ball back. Just underway here in quarter 2. Lobbing into A. Books over Integron, and she'll lay it in with the left hand off the high glass. So both teams get points on their first possession of quarter 2, and Taylor puts pressure in the backcourt. Sam Hamill, Deja Drake, Sarah Fryman, Sarah Doy, and Sydney Integron, the 5 to start quarter 2 for Huntington. They lead by 6. Integron mid-post left. Fakes a handoff, turns, and fires a jump shot long, and Fisher throws a long arm out there and gets the miss. Fisher will run the point, and she'll angle to her left as she crosses midcourt. Floating at far sideline, Deckard. They've got B-Books down low. She's triple-teamed, dribbles out of trouble, flings one near side Fisher, who passes up a 3 and then gets to the mid-post right. Deckard up top, guarded by Doy. Little hesitation, flipping an outside Stratman from the right sideline. Stratman, a perfect 3-point shot. A 5-2 start, and that brings some much-needed energy back into Odell Arena from the Taylor students and fans that have packed into Odell tonight. High pass, Fryman left open, pulls up, league logo good, and Fryman, who missed her first 5 shots, the second leading scorer in the country, gets on the score sheet here and pushes the Huntington lead back to 2 possessions at 5. 90 seconds have expired here in this second quarter. Taylor from left to right in white. Huntington defends in the black jerseys and shorts. Drake not leaving B-Books' side. A float in from Deckard, and Stratman goes darting down the lane. She's got 5 in the second quarter, 7 for the game, and Taylor back to within 3 as Stratman has scored 5 in a row. Hamill crosses the timeline at the volleyball line as Deckard guards in the man-to-man. A bounce pass to Fryman, left side high, fakes a pass, got around A-Books. Good cut off there, pass on the floor. Taylor can't get to it, it's spun to Hamill. As Fryman almost threw it away. Integron along 2, no. Misses the rim, hits the glass, and Stratman gobbles it up. Deckard will throw a baseball pass into Fisher, who rays it in with the right hand. A dangerous pass provides dangerous results. And Meredith Deckard woke up this morning feeling dangerous. And Taylor is into within 1, 2.5 minutes into quarter 2. Taylor has outscored Huntington 9-4, a blitzing start in quarter 2. Integron throws over traffic, Hamill gathers it in. Deckard chases, Hamill comes to help on a double team, rotating back near side. Floating to Doy, a 3-point high arcer, halfway down and no. Fryman crashes, misses it, and she goes into Stratman, and Taylor's fans will voice their vehement displeasure to the foul call against the senior Haley Stratman. First one on Haley as boos rain down on those wearing the black and white striped shirts tonight. Fryman to the line, an excellent free throw shooter at 91%. She's the second best free throw shooter in the country, and she makes the first one here to push the Huntington lead up to 2. We have 2 of the top 5 free throw shooters in the country. Taylor's Becca Books is number 5, and as we mentioned, Fryman number 2. No surprise to see Fryman make both of them. She's got all 4 of her points here in this second quarter. The Huntington lead up to 3, 7:03 remaining here in quarter 2. Taylor goes from left to right in white. B-Books fighting, and Drake gets called for the foul. Drake can't believe it, but she stepped in and chucked B-Books on the hip. As Drake looking over to her bench for help, saying that she got hit away with an elbow. But it's Drake's second, she'll have to exit. And Erin Moore will come in, she's got 1 personal foul. Taylor got into the bonus in the first quarter with about 4 or 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. They're trying to get there again here in quarter 2. Shot clock resets to 20. Deckard flings it into B-Books, who's yet to let a 3-point shot go here. That one short off the front rim, long rebound, is snatched away by Sarah Fryman of Huntington. Hamill in traffic, or make that Doy in traffic, and now she'll flip back to the trailing Hamill. Moore passes up her high right side 3, got into the paint. Arts right side to Integron. Spinning back to a left-hand, dribbled with two hands, no call. Moore, 1 of 2 from 3 tonight, and now 1 of 3. That one grazes the near side rim, off the floor, Stratman. A-Books running. She thinks about going end-to-end, spins, looking for help. B-Books trails, fumbled, gets it in, left-hand layup, good for 2. 5 for B-Books, and Taylor once again back to within 1. Fisher tried to go for the backcourt steal and picks up her second personal foul. So Fisher with 2, Huffman with 2. Those are the only 2 Trojans that have more than 1 foul. But again, no Netzley down there on the bench after she got poked in the right eye less than 30 seconds into the opening quarter. And with Fisher and Huffman with 2 fouls already, that's something to keep your eyes on if Netzley is unable to return. Doy on the right edge as Huntington shoots on the basket to our left, leading by 1. They've led by as many as 8. That was the opening play of this second quarter. Integron hands off back to Fryman, wanted to let a 10-footer go. Abby Books had other ideas. Fryman throws it right to Stratman, then gave it right off the pass off of Hamill's hip. She'll step in through 2 defenders and bank it in as Taylor had an easy turnover on a gift from Sarah Fryman, but then Stratman threw it off the back of her teammate. And Huntington's lead goes back up to 3 as Hamill has yet to miss a shot. All have been layups. Fisher darted down in. Deckert's pass too far. Turnover number 8 against Taylor here in the half as they tried to cut back to within 1. They trail by 3, 25-22, 5:47 remaining in this quick-moving second quarter. Taylor puts pressure on in the backcourt. Hamill takes the inbounds pass, floats it in, and Fisher almost poked it away from Doy, who crosses the timeline. Doy at the top, left-hand dribble. Circles her right index finger in the air to call to play. Hamill, mid-post left, Integron. Long 2 more from straight on, off-target left, and Stratman gobbles up another rebound. That's her 3rd of the opening quarter. Taylor can cut their deficit to 1 or tie the game with a 3. And then now Stratman will go in. Deckard finds her. Stratman scoops it up as she was stuck underneath the hoop. 7 of her 9 for Stratman have come in this quarter, and Taylor once again cuts it to within 1. They have led once tonight at 3-2. The game has been tied at 3-3, but Taylor's lead was early on in the opening quarter. Hamill, or make it Doy driving. She'll throw up a high arcer, no good, and Stratman gets another rebound. Deckard running. Taylor down by 1, halfway home in the second. Fisher was cutting in. Deckard flings it open. Abby Books a 3. No, off the back rim. This place would have exploded if that 3 would have gone down. Instead, it comes back out to the far side of the floor, and Doy, who gets a rebound, and Huntington's head coach Lori Culler calls a timeout. 30 seconds, 4:51 to go in quarter 2. Huntington with the ball. They lead by 1, 25-24 in this Crossroads League Tournament semifinal matchup.
Your heart, well, your heart is everything to you and your body. And its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists.
A 3 from the left side of the floor that could have put Taylor back in front for the first time in a while. Was off the back of the rim long from Abby Books. Huntington got the rebound, called a timeout, and then Fryman has it ripped away by A. Books. Trying to give Taylor the lead back. Abby Books goes in, and she almost rolled it in. Trying to get the and 1, it just rolls off, and Abby's going to the line for 2 as she went darting in from midcourt after ripping it away from Fryman. Foul on Erin Moore, that's her 2nd. She's the 3rd Huntington player with at least 2 fouls in the game so far. Abby Books, free throw good. No surprise there from the 88% free throw shooter. That ties the game at 25, and Taylor trying to take their first lead since it was 3-2 on their first possession of the game less than a minute in. And Abby Books does that, knocking down both. 4 for Abby, 2 subs in for Huntington. Elena Rongos in for the first time. She replaces Moore. Integron exits. And who else is back in for Huntington? Actually be Erica Zook in for the first time for the Foresters. Taylor trailed by 8 to start this quarter off. They've outscored Huntington 14-6 since, and they lead by 1, 4.5 minutes remaining in quarter 2. Hamill's been the story for Huntington here so far, 6 of 6 on the floor with a game-high 14. Doy picks the bounce, trying to get away from Stratman. High left side, Ron goes. Top of the key, far side to Zook. Up top, Hamill with Decker defending. 12 to shoot, Hamill trying to drive left hand. Wants to spin back to right. Nice up and under move. Her hard bank shot goes home as Sam Hamill now 7 of 7 from the floor. She's got a game high 16, and Huntington back in front by a point as we approach 4 to go in quarter 2. Right side Stratman screen, they go under on Decker, trying to make them pay, and Decker does. The best three-point shooter in the country at 51%. Gives Taylor a 2-point clearance. 29-27, pressure in the backcourt. Doy trying to run away, and she knifes away from the pesky Meredith Decker. Near side to Zook. On the left edge, holding on her hip, picks the bounce to the cutting Fryman down the lane. Stratman put a hand in there, and they'll call either the reach-in on Stratman or the bump on Abby Books. Taylor head coach Jody Martinez unhappy across from us. It looks like they're going to get Stratman for the reach-in. That is Haley's second, the team's third here in quarter 2. And Kayla Kirtley comes in to spell Stratman, who has 7 of her 9 here in this quarter. And she hasn't missed a shot just like Hamill. 2 for Fryman. All 4 of her points have come here in quarter 2, and now all 5 have as well. One more to tie the game back at 29 as Taylor has found their offensive rhythm here. The Trojans shooting 61% from the floor as Fryman cans her second one. 29-29, Taylor has outscored Huntington 18-12 here in the second quarter. Huffman from up top, left side, will fling it left side of the floor to A. Books. Jabbing on Fryman, right hand drives, got some space, double team comes, threw it down low, too hard for Kirtley, but it pinballed off of Kayla's feet and then went up and off of a Huntington player's hand, and it'll stay here with Taylor with 16 to get a shot off in 3:27 remaining in our opening half of play. Deckard will maneuver through traffic, and she'll get it in on the near baseline with 16 to shoot, 29-29. Up top, B. Books, Hamill right there on the catch. A jab to get some space. Becca drives, picks up the bounce, and flips it outside to Huffman. Left side, Kirtley screen, 9 to shoot. Deckard traveling in. B. Books was double teamed. She snakes herself away, misses the layup. Becca gets it back, puts it up. That one dances off the rim, and that would have put Taylor back in front by 2. Behind the back dribble, Hamill, as she maneuvers from the backcourt, has yet to miss a shot tonight. Goes far side of the floor to Zook. Open three-point try, no, off the back rim. B. Books is there. Doy able to poke it away, and Huntington able to regroup. Huntington just 1 of 6 from downtown. Taylor 3 of 7 tonight. Zook around the screen. Then knocked away, Kirtley almost got it away, but able to keep it on herself as Ron goes. Top of the key 3, Doy, nope, short. Over the back goes Hamill, she poked B-Books in the face, and Zook will hit a long 2 from the near side. First scoring for Zook, B-Books got hit after Hamill went up and over her. And Jeff Meeker's giving Taylor head coach an explanation across from us. Jody not happy as Becca slow to get back to her feet. Trying to get her bearings here, was holding the left side of her face. As she fell down, they bring a cool towel on to B. Books' neck as she'll sit and try to gather her thoughts here with 2:40 remaining in this first half. Huntington back in front, 31-29. The Taylor bench unhappy across, went up and over B. Books, and then Becca went sprawling down to the floor. Becca walks to the bench across from us. Will she exit or just give the towel? She'll give the towel back, and B will stay in. Becca 2 of 5 from the floor for 5 points. Well, it's been the Sam Hamill show. 16 first half points. She and Fryman scored all 21 of Huntington's points in their fourth quarter comeback Tuesday at St. Francis, and for Hamill's picked up right where she left off. She had 19 and 10 rebounds for her 7th double-double on Tuesday. And Taylor still is without Jamie Netzley. Huffman drives, trying to tie the game. Kirtley wants the lead from the right corner, and she got it on a triple. Big bucket for Kirtley, who hasn't played in a while. Taylor back in front by 1. 32-31 as Deckard almost poked the backcourt pass away with full court pressure. 2:15 to go in the opening half. Fryman a head fake, snaking her way in through contact. Kirtley alternate, missed it by Fryman. Abby Books with a rebound. 2:08 to go in the opening half. B. Books up the left side of the floor, almost knocked away, back to Huffman. She'll float it in, Abby Books got it away, tapped it back to herself, and Abby lays it in with the right hand. All 6 of Abby's points have come here in this second quarter, and Taylor takes their biggest lead of the evening, up by 3, 34-31, with 1:48 remaining in the opening half. Hamill and Huntington go from right to left. Bounce pass to Zook, right edge. Fryman and A-Books banging down low, along two. Off the back of the rim, no good by Ron Gose. Abby with the rebound, that's her 5th. Here comes A-Books, and Fryman got greedy, went in for the reach, to try to poke the ball away, got called for the reach in, and then banged into B-Books. They both hugged to both support one another. First one on Fryman, the surefire All-American candidate, and the third one against Huntington here in the second. 3-point lead, Kirtley to get it in near baseline, near sideline. Into Deckard with Doy right on her back hip. 93 seconds remaining. They lob it into A-Books. Lost it, got it back, turns into Fryman. Reverse layup, no. But Abby gets her own miss. She'll pivot and float it back to Kirtley. Hit a 3 the last time down the floor. And then Kirtley rips the rim off with a high arcing 3 that sends Madison Fisher dancing across from us. Taylor with a 6-point lead. And now Kirtley pokes it away. And it's stolen by B-Books. Odell Arena trying to come unglued here if the Trojans can get another bucket right now. A minute remaining in the opening half. The Trojans are on an 8-0 burst. And then as Huffman tried to hit the break, she drug her pivot foot and gets called for the travel. 10th turnover for Taylor here in this opening half, their 3rd of the second quarter. And Huntington will call the timeout, a 30-second variety. 6-point Taylor lead. They fell behind by 2. They've outscored Huntington by 8 since B-Books got hit. 56.3 seconds left. 30-second timeout, Huntington. You know what? Let's keep it here. We haven't talked to you in a while. Taylor shooting great, 58%. Huntington at 40%. Taylor has outscored the Foresters by 8 here in this second quarter, or by 8, 26-14. The Trojans 3-point shooting great, 5 of 9 for 56%. The Foresters just 1 of 7 from downtown. Their only made 3-point shot tonight is by Aaron Moore, who makes 24% on the year. Huntington not a great 3-point shooting team at just 30% here in 2019-2020. 56.3 seconds left. Remember, Taylor doing all of this without Jamie Netzley, who got poked in the right eye on the very first possession of the game. Huntington from right to left. There's plenty of time between the clocks, so Taylor should get the ball back. Fryman fakes a handoff high right side. It goes outside to Zook, floats it over the jumping Deckard. Zook jump stops and tries to deal with the double team. Ron Gose from straight away. Near side, Hamill is yet to miss a shot tonight. That changes with one long, and B-Books had it. A-Books goes up and over everybody and gobbles up rebound number 7. 7 seconds between game and shot clock. Abby thought about going end to end. Will pitch it back high left side to Deckard. Guarded by Fryman near the far side hash mark. Taylor will an 8-0 run. They lead by a game-high 6 points. Left side, Kirtley screen. Fryman wisely goes over. Deckard blows by her, but then Fryman chipped her, and that's the second one on the second leading scorer in the country, Sarah Fryman. 1, 2, 3, 4 different Huntington Foresters with 2 fouls here in the first half. And with 18.4 seconds remaining in the opening half, the shot clock has been turned off. Deckard to get it in far baseline. As Deckard looks, try to get it in quick, floats it up to B-Books, who goes up and over, and then Fryman gets called from behind with a reach in. That's a pretty soft call on Fryman. Huntington's fans distraught across from us, and Fryman just picked up her 3rd foul of the opening half, and B-Books is going to the line for 2, as that's the 5th first half foul against Huntington. No Netzley, so Ariel Dale, the freshman out of North Manchester, Indiana, will make her first appearance in many, many weeks. Deckard lightly jogs across from us, and here's B-Books with a pair of free throws. 5 first half points for B, and now 6. 7-point Taylor lead, 9-0 run as Dale gets some coaching up from A-Books. 17 3/10 of a second left to go, half one. B-Books makes them both. She's got 7, as Aaron Moore returns for Huntington, replacing Erica Zook. 39-31, as Taylor has outscored Huntington by 14 here in this second quarter. 39-31, up Taylor, 17.3 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Taylor showed the full court press. They back off as Hamill will run the show. She made her first 7 shots from the field and has a game-high 16 points. Intergrown high right side with 8 to go in the second quarter. Back to Hamill, right-hand drive. Spins off Huffman from the mid-post left, floating it long. A-Books with the rebound with 2. She'll go up near side, B-Books from mid-court, lets it go, and she almost hit it as the Trojans tried to get their second full court heave this week. A 75-footer from Mason Degenkolb won the game on Wednesday, and if that shot went down, the Taylor students might have tried to crumble Odell Arena to its feet. But instead, we head to halftime. Taylor turned the game on its ear, outscoring Huntington by 14 in the second quarter, and they lead by 8 going to the break, 39-31 here in this Crossroads League Tournament semifinal matchup. We're back with the BSN Sports Halftime Report after this here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
When you need the fuel to be your nephew's #1 fan, Holiday Inn Express. We're there, so you can be too.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 5 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $150, all the way up to the Trojan MVP level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
Play that old song! You really want her to play it. That's what's really going to evoke the memory. You gotta have the music that you listeners to listen to.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
We're back here inside Odell Arena. Rick Johnson with you. This is the BSN Sports Halftime Report at the break. Taylor uses a 28-14 outscoring of Huntington in the second quarter to turn an 8-point deficit into an 8-point lead here at the halftime break, leading Huntington 39-31 in this Crossroads League Tournament Semifinal matchup. Taylor shot the ball beautifully in our opening quarter of play. They shot it at a 58% clip, 14 of 24 from the floor. They're also 5 of 9 from downtown for 56%. The good news, as Taylor walks back onto the floor, Jamie Netzley is amongst them. She played just 30 seconds in that opening quarter. She shares a laugh with her senior classmate, Abby Books. Jamie Netzley fan section down below us, happy that 20 in white is back. Taylor 6 of 8 from the line for 75%. Huntington 12 of 32 from the field, 38%, just 1 of 7 from 3, and they're a perfect 6 of 6 from the line. They're a good free throw shooting team, 76%, so no surprise there. The rebounding in favor of Taylor, 19 to 10, including each team with 5 offensive rebounds. Taylor with the edge on the glass, 3 to 2. But Taylor's ball movement has been lethal tonight. They've assisted on all but 1 of their 14 baskets tonight. Huntington has 5 assists on their 12 buckets tonight. 5 steals for Taylor, 4 for Huntington, but Taylor turned it over a bunch in the opening quarter. 7 of their 10 first half turnovers came in the opening 10 minutes. Huntington turned it over just 5 times. The top scorer in the game, Sam Hamill. She made her 7 shots from the floor. She's 7 of 9 in the first half, also made both of her free throws for 16 points. No one has more than 6. That's Sarah Fryman, the second leading scorer in the country for the Forsters. She missed her first 5 shots from the floor to start. She was 1 of 7 for the first half, 4 of 4 from the stripe, and 5 rebounds. 5 points for Erin Moore, including a 3-point basket, the only one that Huntington made in the opening 20. And Cindy Integron had 2 points, and that is the scoring for the Forsters in the first half, as they had 5 players score for HU. Deja Drake, Elena Rongos, Erin Moore scored, Jade Clement, Sarah Doy, and Alexandria Bope all played in the first half, but did not record a point. The Trojans were led by Haley Stratman, who had 9 points for TU. Haley did not miss a shot in the first half, 4 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from downtown. 7 points for B Books, 6 for Abby Books, 6 as well for Kayla Kirtley on a pair of big threes that capped the Trojans, that played an integral role in Taylor's 10-0 run to close the half after trailing 31-29. 3 points for Deckard, 4 apiece for Fisher and Huffman. Ariel Dale played along with Jamie Netzley. They played sparingly in the first half and did not score. Meredith Deckard had 6 of Taylor's 13 assists in the opening 20 minutes. That ties her career high. Also 8 rebounds for Abby Books. That leads the game. Fryman, the leading rebounder for Huntington, with 5. Integron, their leader in assists, with 2. Taylor on the floor warming up. Huntington making their way back out here as well. We'll take a break and come back. When we do, we have the second half of this Crossroads League Tournament Semifinal matchup. The winner goes on to championship Monday night, either here at Taylor or down at Marion. Should be a good 20 minutes when we come back. That's next. This has been the BSN Sports Halftime Report. Taylor, the 2 seed, leads Huntington, the 6 seed, 39-31 as we get ready for third quarter action. That's next here on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online Tire Finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 5 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $150, all the way up to the Trojan MVP level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes. Before our third quarter gets going away, we want to send a special shout out to Sonia Martinez's Aunt Ginny and Uncle Denny up in Battle Creek, Michigan. She wants to say thank you for your support this season. We thank all of you folks for tuning in tonight. Third quarter underway. Taylor starts with the ball. They go from right to left in white. Their 5 starters back out there, which means the return of Jamie Netzley. She goes in, gets an and one to start. She played 30 seconds, went into the locker room. She comes in the first 8 seconds of the third quarter and gets an and one. Jamie Netzley might just be Superwoman. Taylor leads by 10. They're on a 12-0 run dating back to the second quarter. And now it's a 13-0 run as Netzley caps the three-point play. Well, that's one way to start the third quarter, folks. And here comes Huntington the other way. Aaron Moore, Jade Clement, Sarah Fryman, Sam Hamill, and Alexandria Bope. They're starting 5 back out there. Clement played with foul trouble in the opening quarter. Bounce one in. Bope turns around over Stratman. She'll sink that one thanks to the 6'1" height advantage over the 5'11" Stratman. Bope's first shot drops on a nice turnaround there. That stops the 12-0 Taylor outburst dating back to the second quarter. And the Taylor lead down to 9 as we're just underway here in the third. Handoff Netzley down the lane she goes. Stops. Bope bites. Back outside, right side high to Huffman. Right corner Stratman fakes. She'll try to get around Bope. Tucks that shoulder. Left hand hook. No. And Bope is there to clean up the miss for Huntington. Hamill, far side of the floor, had a game-high 16 in the opening half. Angling in, low pass, that's an easy turnover and a steal by B-Books. 6th turnover for Huntington, first one of the second half for either team. B-Books trails from 28 feet. That one, no, but Huffman comes soaring amongst everybody. How about an Abby Books 3? No, that one long. Bounced twice off the rim, and it falls off. The Books sisters, normally deadly three-point shooters, are both 0 of 2 from downtown tonight, but both of those looks were straight on, just an inch or two long. Clement, the lefty near side, Hamill trying to get her first 3 of the night. That one glances off the front rim. And here comes Netzley with the rebound. Only Huntington players in front. She'll wait for reinforcements on the right edge. She'll drive in. She'll float it to the near side, and Huffman, who measures a 3 and cans it from the left side. Netzley comes in and gets an and one, and then she finds her classmate Huffman for a big triple. Timeout, Huntington. Taylor leads by 12, 45-33, as Netzley has come in and left an impression early on in this third quarter. 30-second timeout for the visitors, 8:15 remaining in quarter 3.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
You know how superstitious sometimes work in sports? Say a special shout out to Joe Walter. A 16-2 run for Taylor dating back to the late stages of the second quarter has given them a 12-point lead here. Huntington out of their 30-second timeout. They have just 2 fulls remaining. Moore on the right side arc. B-Books giving her plenty of space. Moore pulls the trigger, misses one near side. Stratman is able to take it away from Alexandria Bope. Taylor shooting at 55% from the floor and 50% from 3. Stratman's wide open, but Abby Books can't get it to her on the left side high. Still early on, just over 2 minutes gone here in the third. Hesitation, Abby Books got right around Fryman, who didn't want to pick up her 4th foul, and that let Abby get right to the cup easily. 47-33, the Taylor lead. They continue to build on their lead, and then Abby pokes the ball away as she was fronting Fryman on the left wing. 8 for A-Books. It's now an 18-2 run After Taylor trailed 31-29. They now lead 47-33. Float near side Clement trying to shake away from Netzley. To the corner in Fryman. Right block Bope trying to go up and under. Netzley pestering her from behind. Got her on the arm and Bope banked it in as Bope was able to rip through the contact of Jamie Netzley. First one on Jamie. First one against Taylor here in the third after Bope took no shots and played minimal time in the opening half. She's come in and made an impact early in the third with 4 points and trying to make it 5 here at the free throw, and she does. Bope a good free throw shooter, 71%. Taylor will break the Huntington press with ease. Back to an 11-point clearance for Taylor. They go from right to left in white. Huntington defense man-to-man in black as we're 3 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Huffman accelerates, drives from 30 feet, and blew the doors off of Clement and put it home off the glass with a soft right. 13-point lead for Taylor. Huffman knocking on the door of double figures with 9. Ty Stratman for team high honors. Top of the key, Clement, lefty shoots and rolls a 3 that will sit on the back of the rim and drop. Clement, Huntington's best three-point shooter at 48%, makes her first shot of the night. And after Huntington could not get a 3 to go in the opening half, they make only one. They make their second one here so far. And a big one as that cuts Taylor's lead down to 10. 3.5 minutes expired here in quarter 3. Stratman, left edge, she wants to answer with a 3. That one was long, and the weak side rebound is Aaron Moore's. First miss for Stratman from 3, just the 7th miss for Taylor. They're 6 of 13. Hamill trying to find her first scoring of the second half. Huffman cuts her off on the baseline. Underneath the bucket, and then Stratman got in, put her hands in there, and got Fryman on the arms. Third one on Stratman, second one against Taylor. Fryman to the line for 2 free throws. 2 subs in here for Huntington. Deja Drake, along with Sarah Doy. They replace Moore and Clement. Fryman's been quiet tonight, just 1 of 7 for the All-American. She and Becca Books, the top 2 candidates for Crossroads League Player of the Year. That will be announced next week. First of 2 for Fryman, good, and she makes her 5th free throw of the evening. Excellent crowd here on hand tonight as Fryman makes both of them. And Fryman's got 8. 8-point Taylor lead. Good response here by Huntington after getting down by a bunch. Getting down by 14, they've outscored Taylor 8-2 since, and a blocking call on the far side of the floor will draw displeasure from the Huntington faithful. Doy tried to draw a charge. She went flying back, and she'll be called for the block. First on Doy, second one against Huntington here in the third. Huntington was called for 11 first-half fouls. They put Taylor in the bonus in both quarters. Taylor was called for 3 fouls in each of our first 2 quarters tonight. Huffman, Stratman, Netzley, Books the Taylor 5 as they spread out outside the arc, and now they run the half-court set. Taylor with the ball, an 8-point lead, trying to stop this nice answer here by Huntington. B. Books fires it to A. Books, around to Huffman. Here's Netzley in the corner for a 3, that one long. The weak side rebound will go to Deja Drake in the corner. She throws it off with the top of Stratman's shoe, and it'll go back to Huntington. KG play there by Drake in the far side corner. To know she was pinned in there between the 5'11 Stratman and the 5'11 Books, and wisely threw it off the top of Haley Stratman's Nike. 8-point Taylor lead. Huntington with the ball, mid-post left. Bope, she's been great here in the third. Her bank shot was too strong. Hamill goes up and over Huffman with no call and gets another rebound. Hamill drives, no-look pitch into Fryman. She was bumped from behind. B. Books motioning for a travel that will not come. The foul comes against her sister, Abby Books. The third one against Taylor here in the third. It's an 8-2 answer here for Huntington after Taylor led by a game-high 14, 47-33. Kayla Kirtley in to get Stratman, who's got the 3 fouls. But Haley's been good tonight, 4 of 6 on the floor, 9 points and 5 boards. Shot clock resets to 20. Drake on the near side, bounces it low into Hamill. She'll dribble to the right elbow, picks the bounce, goes down to Bope. And Bope will miss a turnaround short, and Kirtley able to keep the rebound away from Doy. Netzley accelerating up the far side of the floor. Taylor trying to stop this 8-2 burst here by Huntington. The Trojans lead down to 8. Huffman drives, mid-post left, floats it far side of the floor, Netzley. Taylor shooting on the basket to our left. Netzley gets the Kirtley screen, floats it back to her. To the right block, A. Books, a double team comes, she'll split it. Huffman's got 2 threes tonight. That one is long again, as every 3 for Taylor here in this quarter has been long. And then Fryman able to rip it away from B. Books, who wanted to make sure she didn't go falling out of bounds. Hamill on the other side, stops to the right side circle. Drake, a capable 3-point shooter, drives, cut off by Kirtley. Left elbow to Bope. Near side as Taylor screams for a travel. The fans down below us. Doy gets away with the travel at the right elbow. Drake pitching outside to Hamill, who has been the rock star offensively for Huntington tonight. Spins into Kirtley. Bope almost dropped it. Back to Doy. 7 to shoot with Drake on the right edge. Now 5. Got to the baseline, flings it to Hamill, pings it around. One more. Doy open look at 3 is long. And then Kirtley goes up and over everybody and makes sure that it doesn't get poked away. Doy 0 of 3 from downtown tonight, and Huntington is 2 of 10 from distance. After the blistering start to this quarter, where Taylor outscored Huntington 18-2, they're trying to get some points here. B-Book's blocked from behind. She'll dive on the floor, can't pitch it off to Netzley. Hamill trying to keep it away from Kirtley, and now it's loose again, and the held ball will give it back to Huntington on the alternating possession. Taylor started this quarter white hot, outscoring Huntington 8-2 to build that 14-point lead. Netzley and Huffman exit. Fisher and Deckard in for TU. With 4:08 remaining in the third, but the offenses have cooled here. Taylor still shooting at 53%, Huntington at 38%. But the Trojans have made their money behind the arc, what they have the whole year. They're the second best three-point shooting makes team in NAI D2 at 12 per contest. They made 6 of them here tonight. Fryman spinning off of a double team. Drake open right side, 26% from 3, and she'll hit that one from the right side. So Drake at 26% and more in the low 20s have both hit threes tonight for Huntington. And they're back to within 5 after trailing by 14. 49-44. That's an 11-2 answer for Huntington. Drake around a Kirtley, or excuse me, Deckard around a Kirtley screen. Kirtley falls on after a loose ball. Held ball keeps it here, as Taylor's last couple of passes on this end have been of the sloppy variety. It was a slow first quarter for Taylor. They got outscored by 6. They outscored Huntington by 14 in the second. And Taylor's been outscored by 3 here in the third so far. 49-44 the Taylor lead. They're in a long scoring drought here. A-Books up top to the cutting Deckard left side. B-Books posting against Drake. Knifes her way around, floats it far, fires at far side Fisher. She'll angle and miss it. Trying to slap around Kirtley, got it, almost threw it up, and it was missed, but Bope got her across the forearms for her second personal foul, and number 3 against Huntington here in the third quarter. Kirtley had missed the last 2 games, got hurt at Mount Vernon Nazarene, did not play against Goshen. Actually, she missed 3 games, excuse me. Didn't play against Goshen, didn't play against Iwu in the finale, and that one barely gets to the front rim as Kirtley left her short. Kayla, 76% free throw shooter. Trying to get Taylor a much needed point here and push their lead up to 6. Second one for the sophomore Kirtley, front rim, and that one snuck its way over. 7 for Kayla, and Taylor leads by 6 at 50-44 with 3:28 remaining in the third stanza. Deckard and Fisher apply pressure in the backcourt. It'll be Hamill v. Fisher in the man-to-man matchup here. Hamill picks it up, almost threw a low bounce pass that Fisher poked away. Driving in Drake, and Deckard bumped her on the catch. First one on Meredith, number 4 against Taylor here in the third quarter. Shot clock will go to 20 with 3:14 remaining in our third quarter. Huntington with the ball, trailing by 6 in this Crossroads League Tournament Semifinal matchup. Championship game on Monday. Inbounds pass Drake, baseline left, bouncing outside the door. Top of the key, Fryman, who's been quiet tonight. They go mid-post right to Bope, fakes a handoff, had an open look at a 2, goes up top to Drake. Pulls up with 9 to shoot, off the back rim, and Hamill was inside trying to get it. Kirtley saves it into Deckard. Bope poked away, and Deckard gets it back. And then she's fouled out of bounds, and the ball will go back to Hunt, will stay with Taylor, excuse me. It looked like the ball might have gone cleanly off of Deckard's hands. They'll say Bope got the clean poke. And Taylor retains possession. Less than 3 minutes to go in our third quarter. Taylor leads by 6, 50-44. They had built up a 14-point lead at 47-33, but Huntington has answered back with an 11-3 spurt. B-Books takes it left edge from A-Books, fakes to her left and goes to her right. Stops to the left side high, back to A-Books with 10 to shoot. Step back, rainbow 3, no. Short off the near side rim, as Taylor has not been able to hit a 3 yet in this third quarter. Or they've hit 1 3, excuse me, but they're just 1 of 7. Still a 6-point Taylor lead. Fryman got away from Books. Kirtley comes to help Fryman off balance, off the right side of the glass, but Taylor not there to get the rebound. Fryman tried to save it, and she stepped out of bounds, and that will send the Huntington students across from us into hysterics. They had a much better angle than we did right here, and right when that whistle blew, they stood up in aggressive disagreement, but the ball will go back to the home team. Kirtley out, Stratman back in for TU. So it's Stratman, Deckard, Abby Books, Becca Books, and Fisher to go against Bope, Hamill, Doy, Fryman, and Drake, the 5 for Huntington. 2:10 remaining in our third stanza. Taylor with the ball, leading by 6. They attack the basket to our left. Fisher between the circles, couldn't go down low to B-Books. Stratman dribbling, now goes, when they go back far side, couldn't hand off to Abby Books, now goes far side, Decker. 6 to shoot, Decker driving, goes by 2 defenders, right down Main Street, her floater was too strong, and Bope is too tall for everybody, and gets the miss for Huntington. Hamill with pressure on her left hip from Deckard, will back off, and they go far sideline to Doy. 1:45 remaining in the third. Drake chased off the arc by Fisher, bounce past Fryman, trying to get going from 3, and she will not. Weak side rebound is Deckard and B-Books's. Fryman's first try from 3 is no good. The All-American, 1 of 9 shooting tonight. B-Books trailing, still trying to find that elusive first 3. A-Books driving, right on Drake, got away with a push-off, floats it in with a right hand. That one halfway down and out, and it would put Taylor up by 8. With 1:20 remaining in the third, Huntington from left to right in black, trailing by 6. Abby just 3 of 9 from the floor tonight. Fryman floats it into Drake. Quick swing out to Doy. 0 of 3 from 3, and now 0 of 4. Weak side rebound. Hamill got it away from Deckard, and Hamill gets her first points of the second half. Hamill with a game-high 18, and Huntington to within 4. With 55 seconds remaining here in the third. No look wrap from Deckard to Stratman. Her three-point shot is long again, and then a foul down low against either Fisher or A-Books. If it's on Madison, that's her third. It's the 5th one against Taylor in the quarter, and free throws coming for Huntington. And it is number 3 against Madison Fisher. Taylor just 1 of 8 from three-point distance here in this third quarter, and all of their threes have been long. Most of, not all of them have been straight, but the only made 3 here so far tonight, here in this second half, will belong to Huffman, I believe. First of 2 for Fryman, rattles that one in. Most of her points have come from the stripe tonight, 7 of her 9. This to make it a 2-point Huntington deficit. So trying to outscore Taylor 18 to 3, and they have. No surprise, as Fryman's an excellent free throw shooter. All 4 of her points in this quarter have been from the stripe. Taylor's 14-point lead has now been trimmed down to 2 with 41 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and now Huntington's fans get the loudest they've been since the opening quarter. B-Books flashes up top, gets a pass from Netzler. Couldn't get a jab, couldn't get Drake to bite. She'll drive down the right side, almost lost her bounce. Drake falls away, and Becca Books lays it in calmly as Drake tried to draw a charge, and the referees couldn't fall for the bait. 4-point Taylor lead, shot clock turned off with 20 seconds remaining in the third. Hamill from left to right in black, dribbling with her right hand out near the volleyball line. Man-to-man defense for Taylor with Huffman defending. Hamill bouncing to Bope. Handoff back to Hamill, lost it, got it back with 6, spinning in traffic. Loose ball, low side, Drake with 4 to go, and Drake's three-point shot is long. A-Books has it, and she won't let a three-point shot go. So we head to the fourth, a good answer by Huntington as they outscore Taylor 17 to 13, but a late B-Books hoop puts Taylor up by 4 as we head to the fourth with a date in Monday night's championship game on the line. Fourth quarter next here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria. It's our taste.
Huntington was 5 of 15 in the third. Taylor 4 of 17. Huntington 2 of 7 from 3. Taylor just 1 of 8. But a late B-Books hook to end the third has given them a 4-point lead as Huntington starts with the ball to start the fourth. Nice spin by Hamill, and she traveled with it thanks to the help side defense by Haley Stratman, as Taylor's head coach Jody Martinez has untucked his fashionable purple dress shirt across from us, or polo shirt across from us. Kayla currently getting some stretching work in the far side corner. First possession here of the fourth. Taylor's 5 starters out there: Books, Stratman, Netzley, and Huffman. Huffman has it far side up top. B-Books trying to get her first 3 of the night and gets it. 59 straight games that B-Books has made a triple, and she scored Taylor's last 5, and she's Taylor's first player in double figures. A personal 5-0 run by B-Books has pushed the Taylor lead to 7 after it was down to 2. Fryman spinning back over her shoulder. Stratman comes help, allows A-Books to come back and collapse. Doy banging with Netzley. Whips it over to Intergrone from 15 feet. No. Right back to Stratman, poked away. It pinballs around, and Hamill gets it, then loses it back. As Taylor has, that's the second or third time we've seen Taylor try to miss on a ball, and then Fryman makes Taylor pay with a right edge 3. First 3-point shot for Fryman tonight, and just her second field goal of the evening. Draws Huntington back to within 4, just over a minute gone here in the fourth quarter. A date in Monday's championship game on the line. Pick and pop, Stratman from Huffman. Hand off, Netzley turning the corner. Faking to her left is Huffman now. Just 90 seconds gone in the fourth. Hamill guarding Huffman. Fakes left, goes right, darting in. Bank shot too strong off the high glass by Huffman, who's 3 of 8 from the floor, but on a good move. Huntington tried to draw to within 2 or 3. Doy left side of the arc, inside of it. Baseline left, Intergrone. Stratman guarded. Drake guarded by B-Books. Up top, Doy 0 of 3 from 3, now passes off. Drake, low bounce pass that Hamill able to snatch away. Mid-post right, Intergrone fakes the handoff. Now Huffman guards. Intergrone, nice step through move, but left it short off the front rim, and it comes right back to B-Books for her fifth carom. But an excellent move by the senior Sydney Intergrone. Huffman trails, 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Taylor leading by 4, as each team has scored 3 points to start the fourth quarter off. Cross-court heave, near side to Netzley from Huffman. They go to the block, left B-Books, double team comes Hamill. Becca kicks out near side Netzley. Up top, Stratman with 9 to shoot, now 8. Abby's got to go with 6. Fryman cuts her off, spinning back to her left. A-Books goes right down, a scooping shot off the glass is good for Abby Books. 10 for A-Books, as she floated that one up to the heavens and it dropped home softly. Taylor back in front by 6, 2.5 gone in the fourth. Drake through 2 screens, Stratman comes to cut her off. Hamill takes an Intergrone left side screen, comes back to her right, outside to Fryman. Left-hand drive blocked from Abby Books, but they'll say that she got her on the hip, as that draws disagreements from all the Taylor faithful here inside Odell Arena tonight. Abby's so unhappy she walks with the hands on her hips all the way to the Taylor end of the floor where they shoot here in the fourth. Second one on Abby, number 1 against Taylor here in quarter 4. Intergrone out, Alexandria Bope in for Huntington. 2 for the excellent Sarah Fryman. She's perfect tonight from the line, and she stays perfect from the line. 9 of 9 is Fryman tonight. With 14 points, she comes in averaging 23, second most in NAIA D2. She's 10 of 10 from the stripe and has 9 of her 15 here in the second half. And once again, we go back to a Taylor 4-point lead with 7:10 remaining in regulation. Been in the championship game on Monday on the line here. Huffman tried to blow by Hamill, who cut her off. Tap pass, Netzley, B-Books, shot might have been blocked by Drake on the closeout, and the miss is rebounded down low. Drake went leaking out, but Huntington couldn't get the ball to her. Doy, pitches it back out here. Doy in the left corner, low pass, Netzley dove on the floor, but kicked it with her left shoe before she's able to come up with the steal cleanly. Good read by Netzley to jump the entry pass to the paint, and Alexandria Bope. Shot clock to 20, Fryman left corner. Hand off to Doy. Huntington looks for a block on Abby Books, that won't come. Drake from the right side of 3 is short off the near side rim, but Bope gets it on the right block, trying to go for a turnaround. She missed it short, and Abby claps her hands in frustration as she just picked up her 3rd foul. Just the second one against Taylor, but 2 on A-Books, and she'll go over and talk things over with head coach Jody Martinez. 2 for Alexandria Bope. First one rattles almost halfway out, but stays down. Bope did not take a shot in the opening half. She's 2 of 4 so far with now 6 points. And her second one spins off, but no one blocks out Fryman. Pass down to Bope down the lane, and that's a charge going the other way. 3rd on Bope, and you know exactly who it was for Taylor. 20 in white, Jamie Netzley. Taylor from right to left, and White leading by 3. They led by as many as 14 back in that third quarter, but a big burst by Huntington forced Taylor to take just a 4-point lead here to the fourth. 5 seniors out there for Taylor. A-Books near side, Fryman defending. Left-hand drive, Abby picks to the bounce, floats it up to the near side, and B-Books. Drake gives her space with 9 to drive. B-Books jumps up, trying to hand off to Huffman, does with 5. Huffman's got to go with 4. Near side, Stratman for a 3 before the shot clock expires, and Haley Stratman buries her second triple. Third Trojan in double figures, and a monstrous triple for the senior Haley Stratman. Taylor's lead back up to 6. They go down low to Bope, turn around on Stratman, who might have fouled her. It rolls off the rim. Huffman taps the miss out of bounds, and it will remain here with Huntington. But a fantastic post move by Bope as she went just one simple move, a fake to one way, and went up and over her shorter defender, but couldn't get the roll to go as she exits in favor of Integron. 5:50 left in the fourth. They get it into Fryman, right elbow. A-Books right there on the catch. Hand off to Hamill, back to Fryman. Step back 3 off a screen, off target left. B-Books trying to get there. Doy hustles her and beats her to the corner. Near side Hamill driving with a right hand. Huffman cuts her off near the baseline. Back up top to Drake, defended by B-Books. Mid-post right, Integro. Netzley comes out. She'll rip it away, and then shot out of a cannon. Netzley goes in. Doy fouls her, and Netzley throws it over the glass. As some of the Taylor students down below us want an intentional foul. Just a good hard foul there from Doy. No ill will there. She went for the ball. But the second one on Doy as Netzley almost outraced Huntington to the other end on a crafty steal. The Trojans' 7th steal of the contest. 5:28 remaining in the fourth. 2 free throws for Jamie Netzley, who barely played in the first half, but are getting poked in the eye. And she'll miss the first free throw here off target left. But she came in and got a 3-point play 8 seconds in to the third quarter. Trying to find her first fourth quarter scoring here. Odell eerily quiet. Netzley will miss the second one as that one bounced off the rim after hitting the front rim. So Taylor's free throw shooting woes continue. The Trojans are just 8 of 12 from the stripe tonight. Right elbow Fryman as Huntington shoots on the basket to our right. Drake a backdoor cut. She'll throw it between Huffman's legs, and they'll say it hit Huffman on the knee. And the Taylor fans disagree. Huffman beside herself across from us. You know, the officials were joking about how the coaches get to vote on what crews they like and they don't like. If you ask any of the fan base, they're not going to give them a favorable review tonight. And that is an awful call by Jeff Meeks. Netzley came in, poked the ball away clean, and then bumped. Then there was a collision. But an absolutely terrible call from Meeks. Puts the second one on Netzley and the third one against Taylor here in the fourth. The referees in their room next to my office before the game started said they're going to call it tight. Well, they've lived up to it here tonight. 6-point Taylor lead, Huntington with the ball. Doy around an underground screen, gets into Stratman, almost travel. Hand off to Hamill, and then Stratman shakes a charge. The second one on Hamill, and that will get the Taylor fans rowdy and going down below us. Third one against Huntington as the 5 on the floor huddle up around amongst themselves in their defensive end. 5:03 to go in the third. Taylor with the ball, leading by 6. Huffman, Stratman, Netzley, Books, the Taylor starting 5. Their 5-member senior class, the winningest class in Taylor history, trying to make it to their 3rd straight Crossroads League Tournament Championship game. High middle screen, Stratman. Netzley gives it back to her, holding the ball over her head. 2 dribbles with the right hand, hand off to Huffman, 9 to shoot. As we dip below 5 to go in the fourth. Mid-post right, A-Books turns right around Fryman, but then Abby missed a point-blank left-hand layup. And here comes Huntington the other way, still down by 6. Fryman again didn't want to pick up that 4th personal foul. Drake, a left side 3, is swished in front of her own bench. Just the second made 3 for Deja Drake tonight, and a 5-point swing that would have put Taylor ahead by 8 has now seen their lead go down to 3. Huntington's chant is defense across from us with about 4 to go in the fourth quarter. Netzley measuring Doy. Around the Stratman screen, A-Books tried to cut in. Netzley got into the paint with a right hand, trying to go up and under, pivoting. She fell down, and it's a foul. It's a foul on Sarah Doy, her 3rd. The Huntington fans don't like it, but Doy went into that imaginary cylinder that each ball handler has when they pick up the ball, and Doy stepped in, got into the cylinder, forced Netzley to fall, as Doy picks up her 3rd, and that's the 4th one against Huntington. And another foul will put Taylor in the bonus with 4:01 remaining in the game. They float up top. B-Books couldn't fake a three as Drake was able to collapse. Drake falls down. B-Books couldn't get a clean shot off. So get it around to Stratman and around the horn to A-Books. Less than 4 to go. A-Books backing down Drake, trying to clear space. Can't go up and under. Good defense by Drake. Abby throws up a prayer that's missed. Tapped out. Netzley knifing it, and she's tackled by Fryman. The 4th on the best player for Huntington. The 5th one against Huntington. And with 3:44 to go in the 4th, Taylor will shoot free throws the rest of the way. The 3rd time tonight that Huntington has put Taylor in the bonus. 2 for Netzley, and with 3:44, Taylor clinging to a 3-point lead. They need both of these free throws from Jamie in the worst way possible. First of 2, front rim short. Jamie 0 of 3 from the line tonight. Taylor 8 of 14 as their free throw shooting woes from Tuesday have continued here on Friday. Second one from the senior Netzley. This one long off the back rim. Abby looks trying to tap it to herself. Integral able to keep it away. And here comes Huntington down by 3. Abby looks almost poked it away from Drake. Drake still sloppy with the ball with 3 to go. Huffman steps in with 1 second left. And Huffman gets called for the reach in her 3rd. And Taylor again disagrees with the foul calls. Neither of the fan bases have been any sort of pleased with our officiating crew tonight. That's the 4th one against the home team. And 1 more will put Huntington in the bonus with 3:33 remaining in the 4th. Drake right side high to the right edge, and Hamill was on fire in the first half. Fryman along 2, swished it, and Huntington down by a deuce as Fryman has caught fire in the second half. 10 of her 17 points or 11 of her 17 have come here after halftime. And Huntington to within 1, down 60-59 with 3:10 remaining in the 4th. Screen and roll up top, Stratman. Left side high, A-Books. Taylor shoots on the basket to our left. The chant is defense by the Huntington faithful across from us and to our right. 10 to shoot. Floating near side to A-Books. Drives and Abby travel near side. The Taylor fans don't like it. That was a good call by our officials down below. That's the first turnover for Taylor in the second half after committing 10 in the opening 20 minutes. The chant is now defense from the Taylor fans. Fryman drives, knocked out of her hands and stolen by Huffman. Pass too far though for B-Books. And now Huntington able to regroup as Taylor tried to get a quick fast break as Huffman got a clean steal on Fryman. And now the chant of defense re-engages, rattling our bench that we sit at. Fryman bumps into B-Books, off balance, jump shot clean, and Huntington leads. First time that Huntington has led since the second quarter. Fryman with 19 points, and she scored 4 in a row, and Huntington leads by 1, and Taylor will take their first time out. 2:23 remaining in the 4th. The Trojans once led by 14 in the 3rd. Their lead has evaporated. They trail by 1. 2:23 remaining in our final quarter. A date in Monday night's Crossroads League Championship game on the line. We're back with more after this on the Trojan Sports Network.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
A 10-3 run for Huntington after falling behind by 6 early on in this 4th quarter at 57-51. Has put the Foresters in front by 1, 61-60. It's their first lead since they led 31-29. Taylor then went on an 18-2 run, spanning the end of the second quarter and the start of the 3rd to build that 14-point lead. But they've seen it evaporate here. 2:17 remaining in the 4th. Netzley far sideline. Far corner Stratman. They want to go down low to B-Books. Could not. Far sideline, A-Books looking B's way. They go right there. Becca with Deja Drake. Try to step back in, fires up to Huffman. Near side, Netzley to give Taylor the lead back. It's short off the near side, hit the rim twice. Tapped down and Netzley able to get the miss after Stratman deflected. We dip below 2 to go in the fourth quarter, and Taylor with another opportunity to regain the lead down 1. Taylor shoots on the basket to our left. Netzley looking B-Books his way, can't go to her. Stratman off to Huffman with 5 to shoot. Around to Stratman screen, Huffman goes right in, right-hand layup, too strong, and then Hamill gets the rebound in traffic. Taylor again cannot hit a layup, and that's what almost did them in on Tuesday, and it's starting to spell doom here on Friday. Missed free throws and layups have been Taylor's Achilles heel tonight, as they've had just wide open looks that have just bounced off the rim. Fryman traveled as she hopped with it before she let a shot go. She had made the last 4 in a row for Huntington to give them the lead, and the turnover, the 11th of the night for the visitors, will give Taylor the ball back, 83 seconds left, and the Trojans down by 1. Huntington needs to win this game to try to make it to get to the national tournament. A loss would almost surely end their season. Netzley, a handoff from Stratman down the lane, blocked from behind by Inchagrone. Taylor already in the bonus, and Netzley will go to the line for a pair of free throws. The clock stops with 1:09 left to go in the fourth. Pep talks coming from all 4 of Jamie Netzley's teammates right here. Mom and Dad across from us watching their daughter 2 big free throws. Taylor down by 1. And now tied as Netzley hits the first. She had missed her first 4 of the night. Her 5th one drops. 1:09 left to go, so a timeout from either side will not advance the ball until we dip below 1 minute. For the lead, front rim off. We remain tied at 61. As Taylor down 9 of 17 from the line, well below their season average, 20 percentage points low. 1 minute, fourth quarter, 61-61. We're trying to go to the championship game for a winner. Hamill misses for the first time in forever. Ball tapped out near side. Doi double team with Netzley, a held ball, but right before the held ball came, a timeout called by Huntington across from us. It'll be one of their last 2 timeouts. They have 1 full left, as the game is tied at 61 with 53.5 seconds remaining in our fourth quarter. The winner on to Monday night's championship game. We're back with the rest of the game on the Trojan Sports Network next.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Here's your timeout situation. Huntington with 1, Taylor with 4. Any timeout here after the ball, before the ball is advanced, either team can advance the ball to the front court. 20 to shoot, 53.5 seconds remaining in the fourth. Game tied at 61. Fryman drives, left-hand hook, goes an air ball, tapped out of bounds by B. Books as she tried to tap it back to a teammate. The shot clock reset to 30. I'm not sure about that. Possession was never controlled, it was just tapped, and it will go to 20. 48 and 4/10 of a second left. The Taylor students down below us start to rise to their feet. A bad pass. Abby Books will take it away. She'll try to bait Fryman down the floor. Right-hand layup. Good for Abby Books. Abby Books gives Taylor the lead with 43 seconds left. And now Odell Arena rises to its feet. The loudest it's been all night. Fryman at the free throw line, a double team. Almost traveled. Netzley ties her up. It's a held ball going to Taylor. Netzley forces it. And Netzley will call the timeout with 32 seconds left. Jamie Netzley, how do you do it? A steal by A-Books, a sprinting layup to beat Fryman to the other end of the floor. And then Netzley picks the pocket of the All-American. And with 32 seconds left in the fourth, Taylor will advance the ball to the front court, leading by 2, 63-61.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
So Huntington has a decision to make. Taylor's in the bonus with 32 seconds left in regulation, but the shot clock is at a full 30. If Taylor runs this thing down, Huntington will have a minimal chance to go from the backcourt to the front court to try to tie it or win it, down 63-61. The Taylor students standing down below us. Netzley to get it into A. Books. Hamill has not fouled Abby yet. If Fryman fouls, it'd be her 5th and final. And then Zook will foul Huffman near the timeline with 26 and 1/10 of the second left. 4th one on Doy. Taylor already in the bonus. Zook out, and Fryman wasn't even on the floor. I didn't even see her out there. But they bring Fryman on for the offense. Nobody down there for Taylor. And the first of 2 free throws for Sydney Huffman. The senior is 1 for 2 tonight. Taylor leads by 2. And now they lead by 3. First, 4th quarter scoring for Huffman, and she's the 4th Trojan in double figures. This to push the Taylor lead to 4 with 26 seconds left. It is up, and it is good. It is good for Sydney Huffman, and Taylor leads by 4, 65-61. With 26 seconds left, Huntington takes their final timeout, and they'll advance the ball to the front court, down 4. The winner moves on to Monday night's championship game. Taylor trying to get there for the 3rd time in as many years. Huntington, who needs to leapfrog 2 teams in the rankings, needs to win tonight to guarantee their spot in the national tournament. We'll be back with the final 26.1 after this.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
.1 seconds left in the 4th. Huntington is out of timeouts. They trail Taylor by 4. They've got the ball in the front court. Deja Drake across from us, Integron, Clement, Fryman, and Hamill out there for the Foresters. B-Books guards the inbounds pass into Hamill. 25 to go. They go to Fryman, defended by Netzley. Floated far side, long to Clement. No, off the hands of B-Books. Out of bounds, staying with Huntington with 18 ticks of the clock left. No timeout, so Huntington will have to do this from the baseline. Trailing Taylor 65-61. The winner moves on to Monday night's tournament championship game. Clement will get it in far baseline. Netzley will defend, down low underneath. Drake had it poked away from Netzley, gets it back. Open Hamill for a 3, good with 13 seconds left. First made 3 for Hamill tonight on just her 2nd attempt. It's her first 2nd quarter scoring. And those 2 free throws from Huffman looming large now, as Taylor will take a 30-second timeout and advance it to the front court. Hamill was so big in that first half for Huntington, keeping them in it as she had 16 in the first half, 5 just here after halftime. And she's only taken 3 shots and has made 2 of them. But she's picked up the weight. Fryman took a while to get going, had just 6 first half points on 1 of 7 shooting. But Fryman's come to play in the second half. She's got a game-high 15 boards. That's a new career high for her. And what she hopes is not her final game of her illustrious Huntington career. but she scored 13 of her 19 here after halftime. Meredith Deckard on for Taylor, replacing Stratman. So it's Deckard, Books, Huffman, and Netzley with 13.6 left. Taylor with the ball in the front court. 2 timeouts left, and they lead by 1. The first job is to get the ball in cleanly, and then you know Huntington is going to foul you. Netzley to get it in near sideline. Trying to find help. Into Abby Books, almost lost it. The foul comes with 11.9 left. Taylor already in the bonus, as Fryman will come in for the offensive-defensive substitution. Foul is on Hamill, her 4th. So 2 for Abby Books, with Taylor leading by 1. Abby tonight is 2 of 2 from the line. The first of 2. Perfect. 5 in this 4th quarter for Abby Books. She has a team high 13 points. Huntington is out of timeouts. They cannot call a timeout in advance to the front court. Second one from Books, long off the back rim, rebounded by Clement. Behind the back dribble, Hamill with 7. Hand off to Fryman for the win. Block from behind with 3 seconds left. Books runs away, and a block will end it. A block ends it. And for the 3rd year in a row, the Taylor women's basketball team is going back to the Crossroads League Tournament Championship. It was Abby Books with the swat. The officials make it official, and Taylor holds on and knocks off Huntington, winning 66-64, and they are back in the tournament championship game coming up Monday night. So it was Abby who got the steal to put Taylor ahead 63-61. Huffman hit 2 free throws. The Hamill 3-point shot made it exciting at the end. Abby Books goes 1 of 2 from the line. The second one missed. Huntington out of timeouts. They tried to bring it to the front court. And when they did, Abby Books came around the screen trailing Fryman. They had been locking horns all night. And it was Abby who gets the big rejection and wins the game for Taylor. They win by 2, 66-64, and they will turn their sights to Monday night's tournament championship game, either here against Iwu or Monday down at Marion. We'll be back with an exciting Ivanhoe post-game show after this, next on the Trojan Sports Network.
Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 5 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $150, all the way up to the Trojan MVP level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to TaylorTrojans.com and click on the Trojan Club tab at the top of the homepage. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
back inside an exciting Odell Arena as Taylor holds on by the slimmest, well, not the slimmest of margins, but a slim margin of 2 points to defeat Huntington tonight in the Crossroads League Semifinal, 66-64, and Taylor advances to their third straight Crossroads League Tournament Championship game, which will be, it's not official yet, but Marion's up by about 40 right now on IWU, and so Taylor's going to go lock horns with Marion for the third year in a row. Second time at their place. Taylor, both teams have won on their home floor the last 2 championship games. Let's talk about this one. It was a game of runs the whole night. Taylor used a blitzing run, a 10-0 run to close the second quarter after Becca Books had gotten hurt on a rebound try, and then a bucket by Huntington put them up 31-29. Taylor then went on a blitzing 10-0 burst to get a 39-31 lead. They would eventually run it all the way to an 18-2 run to take their biggest lead of the night at 14 with 7:43 remaining in the third quarter at 47-33. And then Huntington turned on the Jets. They closed the half on a 15-5 answer of their own as Taylor got a late bucket from Becca Books to push the Taylor lead to 4 at 52-48. That set up our exciting fourth quarter. Taylor would take 2 different 6-point leads at 57-51 and 60-54, but then a 10-3 run for Huntington after they fell behind 57-51 gave them a 61-60 lead that Taylor had to battle back from. Jamie Netzley went 1 of 2 from the line to tie the game at 61. Huntington took a timeout after a Fryman miss bounced out of bounds near side, but then it was Abby Books who jumped the passing lane, tapped the ball away, stole it, beat her defender to the other end in a foot race, laid it up to give Taylor the 63-61 advantage with 32 seconds to play. And then after that, Jamie Netzley tied up one of the Huntington players and was able to get the tie-up. Taylor got the ball back. Huntington fouled Sydney Huffman. She hit both free throws to go up 65-61. And then Hamill came down, who was a rock star all night, hit a big 3, her first one and only one of the evening, that drew Huntington to within 1 at 65-64. Taylor still had a bunch of their timeouts left, and they sent Abby Books to the line. She made 1 to go up by 2, 66-64, and then she missed the second one. Huntington was out of TOs, and so Hamill ran the ball up the floor. They found Fryman coming around a tight curl screen. She went for the win with about 2 seconds left on a leaning-in 3. Abby Books blocked her from behind. The ball knocked around a couple times. B. Books came up with it. The clock ran out. Taylor ran away from defenders, and they win tonight by a final of 66-64. Shooting tonight for the Trojans, they shot 45% from the floor, 58% in the first half, just 33% after halftime. They also shot 38% from 3, 8 of 21 from beyond the arc. That's well below their season average. That's below their season average of 41. 12 of 21 from the line for the Trojans tonight, 57%, as just like on Tuesday, missed free throws and missed layups almost did Taylor in. Tuesday night, it was B. Books who had the game-winning shot. Tonight, it is A. Books with the game-winning shot. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with our Ivanhoe's post-game show after this here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
And we're back here on the Ivanhoe's postgame show. Rick Johnston and the head coach of the Trojans, Jody Martinez. This has got to be adding years to your life, big guy, right?
You mean taking away from my life?
Yeah, taking years off your life.
Yeah, but, I've been doing it long enough. Larry Mealy down there in the corner asked me how my heart was. I said, I'm calm. I've been doing this too long. I've been in too many games like this and where we've lost and won and hit shots at the end. And, it's just, I feel bad for the girls. I mean, when they missed layups and free throws, this should have been a double digit, but it wasn't. And once again, it came to the result where they hit shots because of our mistakes. And you know what? The thing they've done all year, though, whatever it takes, found a way to win.
It's guys, been your
Yep.
motto all year. It's been on T-shirts, sweatshirts, the whole deal. You guys flipped the script. You got down 31-29. Jamie gets hurt in the first quarter, doesn't come back till the third quarter. And then Becca goes down with the game tied at 29. And then you guys kickstart after that. After they go up 31-29, you guys go on an 18-2 run spanning in to the third quarter that got you guys a 14-point lead, which would be your biggest of the night. What led to that success in that really strong stretch?
We took care of the ball. Our first quarter, we had 7 turnovers. I don't know what the conversion rate was on how many points they had on the turnovers in that span.
It was high, whatever it was.
But by halftime, I know the possession was 15, where they had 5 offensive rebounds. We had 10 turnovers, so that's 15 possessions we lost. So I don't know what the points off turnovers were or second chance points. And so, you factor that in, just like, a week ago when we were there, they had 32 points off our turnovers alone to go into 2 overtimes. And this is not the time, unfortunately, this is not the time to be doing that. I don't know if they're tight. I don't know if they're overthinking it. I don't know if it's a lack of experience from some of these kids that hadn't played in the pressure situation the last 2 years because we relied on that group from the seniors last year. I have no idea. If I knew, I'd probably be a sports psychologist or something and making $1 million a year instead of whatever I get here.
$500,000 a year.
Yeah, something like that.
But you only turn it over 2 times in the second half.
Yep.
None in the third quarter, 2 there in the fourth. But
so,
then,
So we had the possessions. So now you got to take care of the possessions, which means if you get layups and free throws, which is our strength in terms of the free throw shooting, not the layups. So layups have not been our strength all year. And it almost haunted us again. And I told Kyle Gould after the game, I have no other drills. I can't even create drills anymore on how to hit a layup. I have no idea what to get into their heads. So
Kayla Kirtley had 7 points tonight. She had 6 of those in a big stretch in the third quarter. 2 big threes. She hasn't played in 3 games. What was her spark off the bench tonight?
It was good. It gave us that momentum to get that lead. However, she tweaked it again. Locked up on her. We don't know anything until tomorrow. It's unfortunate because she's, everyone has a great role in our team. And her role is to come off the bench, give us the strength, physical play, outside shooting. And so she did that today. She was fresh. She looked good in practice yesterday. She looked good first half. And then she just said, Coach, I can't go. And it's just like, kind of deflates you. Deflates the team, too, because they just know that it's unfortunate.
Haley Stratman played great, 12 points, 5 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. Sydney Huffman had 11 points and 5 assists. Abby had 13 and that block late. It was her only block of the night. And Becca Brooks had 12 and 6 rebounds. But when you guys needed them, you guys made plays. Is that the story of the night so far? Just when you needed it, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, Abby, great defensive read. It's just everyone did something good. I mean, everyone did something like a key moment. Sid had a big 3, big 2 free throws. I mean, I thought her free throws were huge to make it a 2-possession game. We just had some situations down there where we didn't get the loose ball, and then they hit that 3 at the top, and it's just just craziness. And that's why you play 40 minutes.
17 assists tonight on 23 baskets. Good ball movement tonight from the girls.
Yeah, like I said, our number 1 key on offense was ball control, number 1. And so that's why I was so frustrated with them first quarter because we had 7 turnovers. And that's just a lack of discipline. But, we got 2 days to correct this or we'll get embarrassed Monday. So hopefully that won't be the case. But we'll figure out a game plan, and we'll make them do the best we can.
You know what you're walking into. It's no surprise. No. It's probably the 2 teams that know each other the best since you've been here. You guys have played the maximum times you can play all 3 years, and it's been a dogfight in all of them, really.
Yeah, 3 years in a row, championship game, rubber match. This is the one thing seniors have not done yet, is to win at Marion. So this is our great opportunity. Great opportunity.
Well, my friend, this is the last time you and I talk in this capacity because we talk.
Unless you want me to come up tomorrow and I can chat with you, but
you could.
That's up to you, bro.
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
here.
That's right. We do have a game
We
tomorrow.
do host another game here in the Crossroads Leagues.
That's right. We're the only school in the league that's hosting two. That's
right.
How silly of me to forget.
Yes, you're silly.
But if this is our last time talking in this capacity, thanks. It's been a pleasure.
All right, brother.
Good luck out at Nationals.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Real quick shout out. To the seniors, the families. 18-0 at home this year. 18-0. That's well deserving. Just proud of them. And we just got, take care of one more road game here.
Big one Monday night.
Let's go.
Thank you. That's the boss man, Jody Martinez. So we have two guests, Sydney Huffman and Abby Books, our first contestant on the postgame show. Oh, look. It's the pride of the Circle City, Indianapolis, Indiana, Sydney Huffman. Hello, Sid.
Hi.
How are you? Much better now?
Yeah, still.
I bet.
A little panicky.
Walk me through those two late free throws. Abby gets the steal, gets the layup, puts you guys up. Jamie does what Jamie does, gets a knifes in, gets a tie up. You get fouled, you hit the free throws. What's going through your head when you're standing at the line with those two big ones to put you up 4?
It's just another free throw. It's all mental for me, and it's when I put myself under stress that I miss it. I'm like, it's just another free throw. Yeah, and I hit them both, so. Yeah.
You guys just find different ways to win, and Coach just said it as Abby's texting somebody right now. Whoever's Abby's texting, we're saying hi, by the way. Who are you texting? Oh, hi, Grandma Books. You want to say hi to anybody at home right now, Sid, by the way?
Gosh, I think everyone's here.
Everyone's
Maybe
here?
my sister. Hi, Ash. I don't know.
All right, back to basketball. We'll save goodbyes for later. Like he just said, everyone made a play when they need to. You hit your free throws. You hit some big threes. Abby makes the big play. Both of them, the bucket and the block. Jamie gets there and does. Haley's hitting threes. Kayla comes in the second quarter.
Huge.
What does that say about where this team is, and what you guys do now and what you expect of yourselves?
Yeah, we're just such a unique team. I just feel like there's not a lot of teams that any player can come out on any given day. Abby and Beck will have a great game one day. Jamie will have a great game one day. Hales will have a great game one day. And Kayla and Mayor. I mean, it's hard to stop a team, and I feel like that's what we are. We're a team, and when one's not hitting, that's okay. Somebody else will be, and we get that person the ball. And so just working as a team, and each of us just in unity and knowing each other and knowing what our strengths are and stuff. I just feel like it's been really fun. So, yeah.
You girls get what you wanted. You get what you wanted. You get to go back to the championship game for your 3rd year in a row.
Yep.
It's the team it's been the 2 best teams in the league since Coach got here 3 years ago.
Yep.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good luck Monday, and then good luck out at Nationals, since this might be our last go around this. Okay.
Don't say that.
No. You got more games ahead of you, girl.
No, I know. It's crazy to think that this is it at home. But
hey,
it's fine.
Hey,
it's fine.
Not a bad note to go out on, right?
Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all.
Right.
So.
Good luck Monday.
Thank you.
That is Sydney Huffman, one of our 2 players of the game. Sid had 11 points, 5 dimes, 2 boards, 3 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 4 from 3, 3 of 4 from the stripe, and she had a pair of steals as well. And now we will talk to the hero of the night, Abby Books, the steal, the go-ahead layup, the trail block for just her first block of the night and her only block of the night, and Taylor's 3rd block of the night, but it was the biggest block arguably the entire year. Hello, Ab.
Hi.
Let's start in chronological order, shall we? You're very excited about this, which is good. So Netsley makes the 1 of 2 free throws to tie the game at 61. Fryman misses. They call the timeout. What is said in the huddle before you guys come out there, before you get the steal, and then you're running away from people who are chasing you?
We really just talked about trusting each other. We always focus on defense and just grinding it out on defense every time. And they're a really good offensive rebounding team, so we wanted to focus on rebounding. But, just to stay together and trust each other.
You poked that ball away on the inbounds pass. What was your read on the ball?
Honestly, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about it in the time. It was just my gut feeling. I saw she overthrew it a little bit, and I thought I could get the tip on it, so I kind of just went for it.
And then you get the ball in your hands. This place just goes nuts. But there's still a little bit of that you have to finish off with Fryman barreling down on you. Are you just trying to run as fast as you can to get to the other end and make sure, A, she doesn't poke the ball from behind, and B, you get the bucket or at least get a shot off before you get fouled?
Yeah, Fryman's a great athlete, so I really try to use my body just to shield her off. And yeah, it was really loud in here, so gave me some extra energy to get it up there.
And then Sid hits the 2 free throws to put you up 4. Hamill hits a huge free to make it 1. Then you go 1 of 2 at the line. I'm not going to ask you about the second free throw because that's sad. We're going to be happy. But they're out of timeouts. At any point before, so they did the last timeout with 26 seconds left before the 3. In that timeout, did Coach remind you that they were out of timeouts? Was that ever brought up at all, knowing that even when you got, I mean, it was well before you went to the line after she made that 3, but was that brought up after she made the 3 at any point?
Yeah, we knew they were out of timeout, so we really just wanted to put a little pressure up top, but really just play good defense full court.
And then you get the trail block, and that's just all a read, right? Because and that's a tough play because if you're too aggressive, you hit her, and she takes off behind the arc, and she's going to the line for 3, and you're only up by 2. So kind of walk us through what you have to do in that situation to get the block or at least challenge it, but most importantly not foul.
I think the biggest thing was I knew she was going to shoot it. She's a great player, and I mean, she had 19 points. She hit some really tough shots. So I tried to stay on her butt, but I didn't want to get close enough to where there'd be any contact. So when she got the handoff, I tried to give her a little space and just get behind her. And yeah, just try to get a tip on it.
How much fun was it playing in this environment? This place was rocking, wasn't it?
It was really awesome. The support this year has been really amazing, and we're really thankful to have a crowd and have this atmosphere. It's been really special.
Not a bad last home game, right?
For sure.
Well, you got one more game left in the league, and then obviously we hope a bunch out of nationals. So, best of luck Monday, and then best of luck out at Sioux City. All right.
Thank you.
All right. That's Abby Books. She was a rock star tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we will wrap it up after this.
Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland is proud to support Taylor University Athletics. Located at 148 South Main Street, Best One is open 6 days a week. Owner Mike Pearson and his staff offer replacement tires from brands like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Goodyear. Customers can also shop for tires from the comfort of their home by using the online tire finder. When it's time for mechanical repairs, Best One's ASE certified technicians can perform a wide range of services to get their customers back on the road. And those same technicians can do repairs on fleet vehicles as well. Taylor Athletics says thank you to Mike Pearson and everyone at Best One Tire and Auto Care Upland.
Back inside Odell Arena one final time with our women's basketball coverage as they defeat Huntington tonight by a final of 66-64. Two big plays of the night. Well, there's a bunch of them, but the ones that stand out immediately. Abby Books' steal breakaway layup to give Taylor a 2-point lead at 63-61. The Netsley tie-up that leads to the 2 Huffman free throws puts Taylor up 4. Hamill hits the 3 to make it a 1-point Taylor lead. Abby Books goes 1 of 2 from the stripe, and then she trail blocks and blocks the shot of Sarah Fryman. Going for the win, and Taylor gets the block, and they are back in the Crossroads League Tournament Championship game for the 3rd year in a row, and in every year that Jody Martinez has been the head coach here at Taylor University. As Coach mentioned, the Trojans went a perfect 18-0 here at home this year, and what a way for the 5-member senior class to play in their final home game of their careers. The Trojans had 4 in double figures, like we mentioned. Abby Books with a team-high 13. Becca Books and Haley Stratman each with 12. Sydney Huffman with 11. Jamie Netsley had 4, but that's because she played just 18 minutes tonight. She got hurt early on in the first quarter, didn't come back until the start of the third, and then what did she do? She came out and got a 3-point play and then got an assist and was really, really strong in that second quarter. 3 points from Meredith Deckard off the Taylor bench. She also had a career-high tying 6 assists to lead Taylor tonight. 4 points from Madison Fisher, 7 for Kayla Kirtley, as she was 2 of 2 from the floor, both on threes, both in the second quarter. That came in that key stretch when Taylor turned a 2-point deficit into what ultimately became a 14-point lead at 47-33. Sarah Fryman had 19 points. Most of her damage came in the second half. Fryman had 13 of her 19 after halftime. She also pulled down a game-high 15 rebounds. Sam Hamill led the way with 21 points. She was unstoppable in the first half. Hamill had 16 first-half points on 7 of 9 shooting. She finished the night with 21 points, 9 of 12 from the floor, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, and 2 of 2 from the stripe. She was the only Huntington player that played all 40 minutes tonight, and per usual, Taylor's Abby and Becca Books played all 40 for the Trojans. 5 for Erin Moore, all in the first quarter for her. 6 for Alexandria Bope, who played really nicely in that third quarter for Huntington. Jade Clement had 3, 6 for Deja Drake, none for Elena Rongos. Erica Zook had 2, no points for Sarah Doy, and 2 points for Cindy Integron. Huntington will now wait for the selection show next week. They came in receiving votes in the most recent top 25 poll. They will move up due to their win over 3-seed St. Francis at St. Francis on Tuesday, but they do need to leapfrog 2 teams ahead of them to really have a good chance. They came in 27th or 28th, and you extend the poll out to the top 25. There'll be one more top 25 poll before that will set up the bracket of the teams that make the national tournament. I'd like to see Huntington get in. They're a nice team. Sarah Fryman is one heck of a player. She is phenomenal. She had 19 points, had a 1-for-7 start in the first half and missed her first 5 shots, and then she finished the night just 3 of 9. But she hit big shots when her team needed it and made big plays and got big rebounds. She is a fun player to watch and has been one of the best players in Huntington history. We hope their season continues. The more Crossroads League teams out in Sioux City, the better. We know that 4 teams are definitely going: Taylor, Marion, Indiana Wesleyan, and St. Francis. We hope Huntington gets out there too. Be nice to see the Foresters out there as well. They've had some nice wins this year. They beat Indiana Tech earlier in the year. We'll see if Grace can get in there as well. They're the 5 seed in the Crossroads League tournament. They lost at Indiana Wesleyan in the first round on Tuesday. So Huntington is on bubble watch until next week. Taylor sets their sights on the Crossroads League Tournament Championship game for the 3rd year in a row. And in all 3 years, they'll play Marion. Head coach Jody Martinez's first season, they played to a tie at the end of the third quarter and then lost. Just could not hit a shot his first year down there at Marion. You remember the game here last year. Sold out, place was rocking, and Taylor hit everything in sight, won convincingly. And now it's round 3. Taylor versus Marion Monday night in Indianapolis. We will not have coverage of the game. And we're still trying to figure out what our national tournament coverage will be because Taylor will make it. They're the 7th ranked team in the country. So this is our final time broadcasting women's basketball this year. I just want to say thank you to the folks that have watched this year. You guys are great. You guys are really, really great. And it's been an honor and a privilege to broadcast the games of the seniors their last 4 years, excuse me. I can't count. Haley Stratman, Jamie Netzley, Sydney Huffman, Abby Books, and Becca Books. Their freshman year was a struggle. Their last 3 years have been nothing short of storybook. It's been a privilege to watch them grow, learn, and excel on the floor and off of it, and just be a complete great group of 5 young women that have left their indelible mark on this women's basketball program that will be felt for years to come. I hope it's not the last time I broadcast women's basketball because they're really fun, and they're really good, which makes it fun. But they're just great people, all of them, all 12 or 13 of them. So this is the last time. We say thank you for you folks tuning in. It's been a pleasure and a privilege. We will be back in October for more Taylor women's basketball, but as we joked about earlier, we are the only school that's hosting 2 Crossroads League semifinal games this year. So we're back here at 3 for a little Taylor versus Bethel, 3 p.m. The 6-seed Taylor against the 7-seed Bethel. If you didn't see how Taylor got to tomorrow, where have you been? You must not own a computer or a phone or have a television. You must live under a rock because Mason Degenkolb hit a 75-foot shot at the horn to win after Grace had tied it with a 3 from the volleyball line. It was unbelievable. So that'll be a lot of fun tomorrow. I talked with our guys up here, Josh Fenwick and TJ Swarf, who've been great tonight. Excellent job, boys. Round of applause for you. And I asked them, I go, is there a buzz on campus? And they both said, oh, yeah. There's been a buzz since Becca's shot on Tuesday and then definitely when Mason did what he did on Wednesday. So if you can get up here tomorrow, it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a nut house. There's nothing to do on Saturday. It's cold outside. So get here. It's going to be fun. Tickets aren't that much. It's going to be a blast. So if you can't make it, we've got you here. But come out. Tonight was a blast. Boys, was tonight fun? They were working and they had fun. Well, it's probably because we paid you, right? And we have a dessert up here, so they're going to split that. That's always good. But the place was rocking. The students were into it, and we expect a rocking atmosphere here tomorrow at Odell Arena between Taylor and Bethel for a right to go to the Crossroads League Tournament Championship game. That will be on Tuesday for the men. The women win tonight thanks to Abby Books' steal and breakaway layup, beating Sarah Fryman at the other end of the floor, and her trail block on the aforementioned Fryman to seal the win tonight. Final 66-64 for the Trojans. They're back in the Crossroads League Tournament Championship game for the 3rd year in a row. and they'll take on Marion for the third time as well. For everyone here on the Trojan Sports Network and our executive producer Cameron Andrew, our producer tonight TJ Swore, and our camera operator Josh Fenwick, we say thank you for tuning in. We say thank you for tuning in this entire season. It's been a pleasure and a privilege to bring you this game tonight and all of the women's basketball games this season. We wish them good luck Monday night in Indianapolis as they try to go for back-to-back tournament championships. Final tonight in this Crossroads League semifinal, Taylor 66, Huntington 64, thanks to Abby Brooks' heroics, both on the defensive end, a steal and a layup, and then a trail block to seal the game tonight. This has been a presentation of Taylor Women's Basketball on the Trojan Sports Network. Until we talk to you tomorrow before the men's semifinal game, we say goodnight from Upland, Indiana.